Hey all, J-Man here. I just wanted to tell you about beardedshirts.com. It's a great place to get a lot of cool superhero shirts and other merchandise. You can scroll, they've always got sales on. As you can see, they've got these really cool print all over shirts, which I really love. That's Eddie, the founder of the site. And if you're looking for stuff, all you got to do is you click on the search here and you can type in all over. And that's going to show you the all over prints, which are really, really cool. Look at that. You got Legion of Superheroes, you got Brave and the Bold, you got JSA, you got Superman, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, all kinds of stuff. So check out beardedshirts.com. Hey everybody, welcome to Circle of Iron, where we talk about a movie. And tonight's movie is the 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's going to be fun talking about this one. This might be, I think, the first time on Circle of Iron where everybody on the panel has seen it in the theater. So I think so. Anyway, so we don't have to rely on Ross. And we've got John here tonight as well. So those are our theater expert guys. So I think this time we've all seen it in the theater. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's talk about what's coming on this week, though. Tomorrow, Earth's Mightiest Mondays. You guys remember that? 4 issues of The Avengers. So this is episode 29 of Earth's Mightiest Mondays, covering issues 109, 110, 111, and there's a Daredevil issue in there as well. Daredevil, Black Widow, Hawkeye. So that's in the rotation for tomorrow. Tuesday. On Tuesday Night Terrorvision, we're going to be talking about They Live, one of the best John Carpenter movies and just one of the most awesome movies of all time, and has one of the longest wrestling matches besides being a pay-per-view for WWE, it's got a pretty long wrestling match. So that's going to be on Pete's channel, but I'm co-hosting, so you can also see it on my channel as well. That's Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, The War Room. This is hosted by the Action Elite. You can also see it through my channel. On The War Room, we're going to be talking about Speed, starring Keanu Reeves, Sandra Bullock. Jeff Daniels is in there, and Dennis Hopper as the villain. Great villain. Great action movie. We're going to talk about that on The War Room Live, hosted by the Action Elite on Wednesday. Thursday, I'm taking the night off. But Friday, of course, you know it's Fantastic Fridays. Every Friday is Fantastic Friday, covering 4 more issues of Fantastic Four. This is episode 31 of Fantastic Fridays, and we're going to be covering issues 115, 16, 17, 18. These are all really damn cool. Dr. Doom. So Reed Richards is controlled by this evil guy, and he becomes evil. So they turn to Dr. Doom for help, and it's absolutely friggin' awesome. That'll be on Friday. 1 week from today, same time as now, Imperious Rex returns. We are starting 1963, I think we're starting. We finished off 1962. We started 1963. We're continuing 1963, starting with March. So looking at every comic that came out in March of 1963. So that'll be awesome as well. All right. Let's bring in our panels. Now, Sean, it can't come tonight. So we're still streaming it on Sean's channel. So make sure that you're liking wherever you're watching it from. We're streaming this through multiple channels. So make sure you hit the like on wherever you happen to be watching this. So instead of Sean, we've got John.
I got the Conan. Yes,
that was good. Well, because it's like Sean John. It's almost the same thing. 4 letters.
Hey, I quit my job, so I got time for this. So we're all good. It's all good.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go.
No worries. I got another one lined up. But yes.
Okay. If you what's going? I was like, what's going? You don't have to do that just for the Circle of Iron. It's
no.
An important stream. It's not that important. But, yeah. At least you're wearing Ninja Turtles. I'm wearing Silver Surfer, which has absolutely nothing to do.
And I got over here. I got the poster too. Well, not the movie poster, but a Ninja Turtle.
A Turtles poster. Well, I have. I'm not going to bring out all the Turtle stuff I have. But
I got a whole bunch of it.
Yeah, I do. I'll tell a story about Kevin Eastman momentarily. Okay, let's bring it. Well, I think we're going to give John the or sorry, we're gonna give Charlie the fancy pants.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Hey, Charlie.
Like, man, John took my intro. He quit his job. Like, I'm being replaced, aren't I? Just tell me I'm being replaced all of a sudden.
Well,
Yeah.
what's your fancy pants, man? Where's your
That's
fancy?
it. I am too rocking a Ninja Turtle shirt. So
Damn, I'm like the only one that doesn't have a Ninja Turtle.
You don't know how excited I get when I'm like, I got a shirt for it. I'm like, I got to do it.
I was digging. I was like, I gotta have one somewhere.
I
I
Bound
don't
in.
have anything, man. Oh gosh. All right. Okay. Let's bring. Well, this one we're always going to use for Ross.
I can't wait any longer.
Why did you keep me waiting?
I can't wait any longer. Well, I'll use the pain one. So like, and then he falls over.
So I had a Ninja Turtle shirt. It was one of the originals that they made like right after the comic came out, and it was a glow in the dark Leonardo.
Ooh,
But I
that's-
gave it away to a friend when he
Oh.
moved away, and
Mm-hmm.
so I'm stuck with the Ninja High School shirt. So
Ninja High School is okay. It's kind of, you're a
It's
teen,
Ninja.
It's
so,
of the
Yeah.
air and it says Ninja.
Ninja in it.
So
right? So it's somewhat okay.
yeah.
Okay, so we got a special guest tonight. You always see him in chat. Tonight he's here. This was his pick. He chose Ninja Turtles. He didn't really have to twist anyone's arm, really, to be honest, to talk about this movie. What can I give you? How about he might appreciate my one of my favorite characters, if not my favorite character in science fiction, which is Kurt Avon. I'll give you the the Avon intro.
No, it's a question of intelligence, so your opinion has very little relevance.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh, that would be me. Well, look, Cowabunga. I've got my sigh out for West Britain.
Nice.
I've got my chucks out. So I am excited. I am very excited about this stream. I can only stream with you lads for about every few months. So I was really looking forward to this. Sad Sean can't make it because I enjoy hearing him curse live. But
Well,
I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think we'd have similar opinions, anyways. Okay, so we're going to talk to the chat. Just like I just want to shout out the super friends. These are the channel members. I always shout them out before we officially begin. So big thank you to Dan, Sean, who's not here. So thanks anyways, but whatever. Stephen, Brennan, Marty, RR, who is here. There you go. Philip, Digger, Jim, Quagnar, Just Joe, FK, GT. We always thank Clobberin times. I don't know what Clobby thought of Ninja Turtles.
He loved it.
got.
He loved it. That's all.
He
I
loved
said.
it. Yeah, I don't think we ever got to this topic with him.
Posthumously, whatever that word is, he loved it.
Obviously.
Posthumously,
Yeah, he loved it. We're gonna give him that honor.
He loved Miller's Daredevil, right? So I would expect by extension that
Right.
he would appreciate Eastman and Laird's take on that. So
Right. Yeah, probably. So we're going to let me get the movie going here up on the open platform here. We'll say hi really quickly to Joe Doug, who's here first.
hey, Joe.
So did you comment earlier? I guess sometimes if you comment too early, I don't see it.
I think I threw something in.
Yeah. I've turned on the linked comments, so anyone commenting now should start seeing it in the group chat, which is in the bottom. You'll start seeing it once because right now it's just through my thing. Fun fact: Batman is connected to Dick Grayson as Team and Teen Titans Not True. Yes, there you go, Batman. Yeah, I know you're a fan of Teen Titans, and John is also in chat. So you guys make sure you hit the like from wherever you're watching this one, and let me share up my screen here. So we got Ninja Turtles. All right. I'm assuming everyone saw this in theaters, correct?
Absolutely. About 5 times.
All right. Oh, I only saw it twice, so pretty good.
Hey, wait, how old were you guys when you saw it?
19.
Okay.
17.
Okay.
10. So I'd probably be 10. No, I would have been 13. I'm 77.
Yeah, I'm 80.
So some of you might have been like actual
18. Oh, really? Yeah, around 18,
Okay.
I think.
So a lot of you were actual children when it came out.
I
Yeah,
was
so-
the demographic.
Yeah, like
I am
totally.
smack in the demographic of Teenage Mutant Ninja
Yep.
Turtles.
Yeah, you're like right the hell in there.
Yeah,
So
the cartoon started when I was young enough. Then the movie hit when I was just getting into that start. But I did not see this in theaters. So
Did any of you play the RPG?
No.
But I know you.
No.
I got. Thanks for sending that to me. Or I appreciate that.
Yeah, for those of you that did RPGs back in the 80s, Palladium Systems put it out. They were I guess they were the licensee. But yeah, so Palladium Systems licensed a game using their system for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, where you create, these mutated animal characters and give them skill sets and send them out on these incredible adventures. And it started small and then built really big, much like Eastman and Laird's Empire. But if anyone's interested, I have the PDF, and I'm happy to send it to anybody who's interested in such things.
Well, everyone's going to have it in about like a second, anyways, because you shared it on the drive that I share with everybody.
Yeah.
All you do is move it to the other folder, and then everyone's going to have it. So you don't have to do it.
Go ahead and do that. I'd like to look at it at
Well,
least.
I'll say this: even if you're not interested in the game, there is a drawn comic story in the RPG source book by Eastman and Laird, right? So there you go. You get a Ninja Turtle adventure in it anyway.
Heck yeah.
Well, somewhere I have the lead figures for that.
There, it's uploaded to everybody.
Nice.
Got it. Everyone should have it now. There, everyone's got it. So there you go.
The magic of our library. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So TMNT. So okay, before we hit the movie up, I was not a TMNT person from quote unquote day one, in the sense of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Volume 1, Issue 1, small print run, black and white. Everyone wears red headbands, right? Hello, Daredevil. How's it going, dude? Best TMNT movie. Yes. Yeah. That is
absolutely.
No question on that one for sure. So anyways, so I was not there from like quote unquote day one, like I am on some of these things. It's like, this is just like, okay, I had played the video games on Nintendo. And I remember the arcade game is just absolutely fantastic. I wish Steve was here, because Steve bought the arcade 1-up replica of the Turtles arcade, and we've played it at his place many times.
Wow.
He also has the X-Men one, which is actually, I prefer X-Men more. He's got both those arcade machines in his basement. They're awesome. So I played the game, loved it. When the NES game came out, I felt slightly disappointed because it wasn't the arcade, which is why when they brought it back up the next time, they called it the Turtles arcade game. But asterisk, I actually liked that game. And in the movie The Wizard, which I absolutely love, they play Ninja Turtles, except that kid sucks, because I know where he is in the game and he's not doing very well. Andrew, what's going on, buddy? How's it going, dude? It still holds up today. I agree with you, Andrew. We're totally one-on-one. We both agree on this one. We both 100%. Agree. Yeah, 100%. So anyways, although I really like the TMNT animated movie, where Raphael is playing as that Night Stalker guy, like he's playing as that vigilante character, on the
motorcycle and everything.
So yeah, that's all badass. That's a great. Those are the two. That's a very good movie, that animated one. Anyways, so I like the game, and then when Turtles Arcade came out for Nintendo, I mean, that's a game changer. We were just all over that. So this movie's out. I watched the cartoon a little bit, and I thought, right. I think it just missed me. Right. So Charlie, you're about 3 years difference. That's the sweet spot. I'll definitely hear what you got to say. So it missed me. So it's like, it's kind of cheesy. I don't know, but I did watch it. I knew about it. I didn't read the comics. So that's important, because when I sat down to see this in the theater, I was completely stunned. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. This is not the Ninja Turtles cartoon. So this is Hamato Yoshi is killed by Oroko Saki. The rat escapes, later gets mutated into a, not humanoid or whatever, humanoid kind of form with the turtles. And I'm like, what the heck? Because in the cartoon, Hamato Yoshi is Splinter. Yep. Because they didn't want to have this whole revenge, getting killed and all that. They didn't want to. They didn't want to have murder.
Yeah.
So what they did was
murder, death, kill.
Murder, death, kill. Yeah. So they.
I think it might have. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. So hey, Angry Gamer, how's it going, dude? Yeah. So interesting. So then later, you come to find, hey, this is really more in line with those comics, and less so with the cartoon, though they did keep the multicolored headbands, which I do think was a smart idea by Playmates, and they also 100%. Changed the shading. So after that, I got all the figures. I had the 4 turtles. I never had April because she was a bit hard to find. I never had Splinter actually, but I had Rat King and Bebop and Rocksteady, and I had I think Baxter Stockman as the Bug, as the Fly. What other guys? I had I never had Shredder for some reason. I found that figure hard to find.
Wow.
At least maybe
foot soldiers. Yeah, that foot.
I think I had I had one of the foot soldiers. See, definitely my mom or grandparents would not have purchased me multiple turtles if there's a different letter on their belt. Like they'd be like, that's the same thing. So changing the color headbands and the skin tones of the turtles was a smart move for Playmates to market this, to get that out to kids, because there's no chance. Like even with He-Man, it's like it's Battle Arm He-Man. It's like, this looks like He-Man. Like, he's not the same, right? It's not Battle Armor He-Man. Right?
My parents didn't fall for that. You already have He-Man, son. No more.
Yeah, no, I got all the He-Mans, and I had Thunder Punch then, and I got Terror Claw Skeletor, and I had Dragon Blaster Skeletor, and Skeletor. I had every time I got a He-Man, I got the Skeletor that went with them. So I got all of those. Didn't happen on Turtles. So Ninja Turtles, big thing. And then part 2 came out. And we're going to talk about part 1. So I'll let it. I'm not gonna, part 1, I saw it a couple of times. My Taekwondo class went to go see it together. But yeah, that was
it was a phenomenon.
Yeah, our instructor took us to go see Ninja Turtles. I already seen it, of course. And I went with, I saw it either 2 or 3 times. I went with a buddy. I know I went with a buddy a second time. I don't think I went with my Taekwondo class. I think I couldn't make it. They went on a weird time or something. My mom had said, "Oh, you already saw it, so whatever." Anyways, so we'll get back to part 1 and do deep dive. 2 was super disappointing. I was like, "Wow, this is really cheese. Like, what the shit?" Like, Super Shredder was cool, and Togar and Razor. You're like, why isn't it Bebop and Rocksteady? What is happening? Right? Maybe it was a rights issue.
It was a rights issue.
You're right. Right.
It's just like He-Man.
Just like He-Man.
of the universe. It was a rights issue.
Well, who they had rights for? Vanilla Ice, and that's what.
Yeah. Well, the Vanilla Ice was great. And then
but also parents groups, though. There were parents group reactions.
Oh yeah. That's for the violence. Yeah. That's for but not for having 2 creatures that aren't the 2 creatures we've seen. Yeah. Well, actually, in Germany, the nunchucks are completely removed.
UK as well.
They're not called ninjas over there.
Yeah, they're not called. Yeah,
Hero.
They're
called Hero.
Yeah.
Okay, so a hot take by Daredevil Edits. He's saying 3 ain't that bad. Well, I don't really think any of them are.
It's not. I agree.
I agree
with that.
It's okay.
Sean just joined us.
Some lovers of that on here, man. Because I was going to defend 2 and 3 to my dying breath. I don't give a shit. I love going back in time.
I liked 2 for what it was.
I had issues with 2, but I have them all and I watch them.
Yeah, I got I ordered the 4K Arrow set or whatever. So I'm not gonna. How about this? I'm not gonna defend 2, but I'm not gonna beat it up. How's that sound?
That's fair? That's fair.
I'm not gonna beat up.
I just don't want to talk about it.
Yeah,
dude, they go to Japan.
Yeah, three recaptures, and I tell you. 3 recaptures some of the science fiction elements that Laird was very, very keen on. Right?
Yeah.
That's Laird stuff.
Yeah. So
Ollie's nailed it.
So Andrew, our buddy Andrew, I know this is Andrew J Casali, is that how you say? So our buddy Andrew is saying he's correct. It sort of combines the sort of the more serious tones of the comics, and then you kind of have the goofiness of each turtle from the cartoon. So it kind of, although I felt that Donatello wasn't fully, I know he's a mechanic and he's working on the stuff, but I didn't feel that he was fully nerd. He seemed slightly not he's the only one who felt slightly just off a little bit. Maybe
they don't lay on him like they do in the others. Now they start fixing it, I think, a little bit in 2, and in part 3, it's even more that he's the tech guy.
Yeah, they fit it up and later. Yeah. TMNT 2007 is absolutely awesome. That would be my number 2, or even maybe tied. The only problem with that movie is that Shredder's not in it. That's the only thing Otherwise, it's awesome. Okay, so I saw this one in the theater, loved it. Okay, so let's go with John. What are your just impressions with just the movie, and what kind of a fan were you when you saw this? Were you a TMNT guy from day one, or did this movie spark your interest?
I was a fan. I remember going in. I had a comic book shop literally within walking distance of my house. It was the best thing ever.
Mhm.
And I remember going in and seeing the black and white comic, and I was sold from the get go. I'm like, turtles, ninjas, what? And I was just like, I am on board. I cannot get enough. And I started collecting the issues and everything. And then when the movie was announced, and they started teasing it, I was excited. And then I watched it. And I saw it 5 times in the theater. I know what they were doing. Like, they weren't going to go full blown, because the first issues of the comic are pretty dark and violent and, not for the kiddies. Like everybody like that's my age knows that this is how they started. And then Eastman and Laird were like, money? And then it's like, which I would too. I'd be like, how much did you give me? All right, cool.
You sold out. You sold out.
Yeah, no, they didn't sell. Listen, it is what it is, and kids gravitated towards it. I can see that, but we still had our turtles, and then with the cartoon. But I love this movie, especially the first one. And like the one person just mentioned, I was going to say the exact same thing. It's the perfect blend of the black and white comic book and the cartoon, where there's some serious fighting, there's some serious action design, but yet they're goofy. They make their jokes, the cowabungas in there and everything, and it's just a fun time. Like I said, and the turtles hold up great. They look fantastic. It's like animatronics. It's like, why couldn't they do that with the reboot? And then they got that CGI, and it was like they kind of looked like scary. I was like, what's going on?
They did look.
They look like a hybrid. Like they're trying to make it human looking at the same time, and I'm like, get this out of my face.
Awful.
Yeah. So like these are the characters that I want to I'm gonna get for my shelf, like the actual 1990 version, because they look the best, and I think they kept the design. If you see the original black and white, their mouths are a little bit different and everything, and the designs are different, but it's still
thinner,
there.
Stuff like that.
Yes. And like I said, like doing the different colors and stuff like that. And I love how, they had their weapons, and it's just, it's every time I watch it, it's like a warm hug. It's just like, I'm like, my child. Well, I wasn't a child when I saw it, but I was still in my teens when the comic book came out. So I
much
love it.
same.
So you started with the comic. That's really cool. So yeah, see, I didn't have any of that. I saw this, and that, so to me, this was Ninja Turtles, and then the cartoon. Hey, Star Wars, Grant, how's it going, dude?
Last thing I'll say before you go on to somebody else is that was one of the 2 best days of my life going into the comic book store. The first one was G.I. Joe, and then it was Teenage Ninja Turtles.
Oh, and they use the font in this movie. That's why I tried to freeze frame it on this. That's great. This is it comes into the screen. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's insane. Because
I think the audience cheered.
Yes,
in my
I did. Yeah,
I think they did. Yeah. You're never going to see that again. Okay. You know what? Let's let me change this around. Let me put our next, because sorry, I didn't want that. I want to go there, because actually we're gonna move this around. We always put Ross last because he'll I'm sure he's going to be the most negative out of the. I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Don't spoil it. So what was you? Because I wanted to see. Because Charlie was like sweet spot age for this. That's why I'm putting him.
Yeah. I want to hear that story too.
Okay, so what was your what was your take? Like, why did you even say, hey, why'd you message me and say, let's do this rubbish movie?
All right. Well, John and I had similar experiences in some ways and a little different others. So I'll tell you my backstory with this.
Yeah.
So I was just getting into comics. So I really started buying comics in 1981, right? This comes out 83. I remember being, at the time I was living in Brampton.
Oh my gosh. That's where Steve lives right now.
Oh my God. So there was a comic shop on Main Street, Comic World, right? Yeah. And I go down there one day, and I remember the day the guy there says, his name was George, he says, see this? You should buy this. And I was like, why? It's in black and white. And like, blah, blah, blah. I didn't buy it. Of course, it became a phenomenon, right? Stupidest thing I've ever done. Becomes a phenomenon. But I picked it up a little bit later, like I think 1984 4, maybe on the second printing. I was like, oh, this is really cool. But then what really propelled me into it was back then, that's when I used to do a lot of role-playing games, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the role-playing game came out, and I had got something from Palladium Games before. I think it was Mechanoids. So I picked up the role-playing game, and what a great system. It was fantastic. So I liked the system, like the rule set. And my friends, let's get into it. And we had a lot of fun with TMNT Adventures. So role-playing games in 1985, right? So we were well into it, buying the comics semi-regularly, playing the game a lot. And then 87, the cartoon comes out. I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. Bit goofy, but doesn't matter. We played the arcade game lots, and I sucked at it. It stole a whole bunch of my money, but that's all right. Also, I was doing martial arts. I started sort of martial arts in the late 80s, so that's something that it got me interested in the film as well. And I've been doing it for a couple of years. When the film came out in 1990, I thought, all right, this is going to be great. And it delivered on everything I had hoped. And Casali said it, and John said it too. The film is the perfect blend of the dark, gritty, Daredevil-esque theme of the original comic, blended with the slight goofiness of the cartoon. And I understand why they did that. And quite often a fusion like that will fail, but in this case, it absolutely worked 100%. And I absolutely loved it. I went with a friend of mine who was playing football, like as in Canadian football, the one with not soccer, the other one. And he just didn't get it at all. Yeah, American. Because football to me means the game with the round ball you kick.
Right.
You use your feet. But
just
anyway,
like everyone else, except for one place on the planet.
Yeah. So who I can't remember which he went to one of the Catholic high schools in Brampton or Bramley. But anyway, he went to see it with me, and he was like, "What the fuck was that?" And I was like, "Well, I was trying to explain it to him, but he just didn't get it." And he's like, "That was garbage." And I was like, "That was the best movie I've ever seen." It made a huge. I went to see it a bunch more times with other friends and all the rest. Absolutely, they loved it on every level.
You were like, I'm going to see it without you. So when
I learned to use Sai a few years later, and Nunchaku, it was like, oh my god, I'm a Ninja Turtle. So yeah, that was exciting, but not as good as them though. But I tell you, and if you look into in preparing for this stream, I did a bit of research. Watched a bunch of YouTube clips of the history and read a bit about the history of the comic itself, the rise and fall of this property, which apparently is worth $15 billion. Wow. It's immense. Yeah. But the story behind Eastman and Laird and their close-knit friendship and their adoration of not just Miller's Daredevil, but Jack Kirby. So it's that Jack Kirby is a character in one of their original stories, and how they became so close, and then it all started to fall apart. It is an incredible story. It's up there with McFarlane and the Image story. It is one of the great rise and falls of comic empires and IPs of the 80s and 90s. But somehow it survived, and this is the 35th year of this film's release. Since this film's release, and I just thought, if there's one guy who will get this film, it's J-Man and his mates. So Circle of Iron is clearly the right place. Kind of like Speed Racer. We looked at Dragon Slayer on Days of High Adventure. That was the right place to talk about these films. Well, this is the right place, the Circle of Iron, to remember this fantastic film. And it's got some flaws to it, but there is an immense charm. True. And I'll say one last thing, and there are two words that we have to associate with this film that to people who are a little bit younger, it won't make as much sense, but that's a name, and that name is Jim Henson.
Oh, yeah.
The genius. This is Jim Henson's last film before he died.
Yep.
The genius of Jim Henson in the animatronics. I mean, you watch the making of videos of this film, and you see the intricate workings of the animatronics and what these guys had to go through in those costumes and stuff. And also, it's an indie film. This is one of the most successful indie films of all time, made for $13 million, made over 200 million. So, I'm going to go nuts. I'm going to just rave and rave and rave. So I'm going to
we're going to go through it more. We're going to go through it more.
I'm going to stop there.
Yeah, we'll definitely. Yeah, we're definitely going to go as we normally do. We'll go shot by shot kind of a thing. So yeah, I think the secret was is that the four turtles are goofy, but everyone else is pretty serious, and the villains are really serious. Like Shredder is a legit badass threat, and in the cartoon he's a loser, and that's one of the things. See, they made him just like everybody else, like Shredder and Skeletor and all these guys who are kind of goofy. Like Skeletor is never going to win. Right? Shredder was never going to win. Krang was never going to win. Like, they're just goofs, right? But in this movie, when we get to that scene, he obliterates the turtles. Like, it's all fun and games. It's like, yeah, I love being a turtle.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, he just destroys them. It's like, yeah, you guys are trash. Like, he goes, you fight well in the old style, but you're shit now, right? It's basically you did good for 5 minutes, but then I had to show up and beat the shit out of you. Okay. So Charlie, tell us what happened. Your eyes were like, "Oh my god, what is this?"
Yeah, 1987, man, when the cartoon premiered, I had no idea what a Ninja Turtle was. Saturday morning, planning my ass down for a brand new show that they were promoting the hell out of, and fell in love with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from day one. I've seen every one of the cartoons when it premiered. I was 7 when that came out, so I was just coming out of He-Man. They were losing a little bit of steam with the He-Man toys.
Right.
This reinvigorated kids to buy toys and watch cartoons. So I jumped right on the bandwagon of this. Had no idea there was a comic, nothing. So my next introduction would be in 1990 when I watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie. Did not get to see this in theater.
Oh no!
Parents couldn't take us to every movie, and I was the only one in the house that would have. It was not, let's go to the movies for Charlie. It had to be a movie everyone wanted to go see. So I did still see this in the 90s because I got it for Christmas in 1990 on VHS.
Nice.
And my mom still regrets that decision to this day because Raphael yells "damn" at the very beginning of the movie. So she's like, this ain't the cartoon. So immediately I knew this wasn't the cartoon, and I was in for it. Something else that no one else has brought up that I've always found fascinating is this is the thing that took down Batmania right after 1989's Batman. With that was all anyone was talking about was just everything was Batman, and some Ninja Turtles came in and dethroned him 1 year later. And there, at that point, it was like Batman who for most.
Well, kids. now I hate Ninja Turtles. No,
I mean that's the reality of it. You could not get away from Ninja Turtles. You know, I remember the standee for the movies when you went to the mall, and it was just full of that black VHS with the turtles standing on the front. And,
I have all 3 on VHS. Yeah.
I'm sure we all do. I have all those. I pre-ordered the big 4K release of all the movies with the right cover, not that drawn one, the manhole cover.
The manhole cover,
that's the one you get. You don't get that other one. No. But yeah, I've had the toys, like Sean was saying in the chat. I was full on into that. I had more Ninja Turtles than He-Man, but the beauty of their thought process was when these came out, they were close to the size of He-Man figures. So it worked for kids to still play with both. But
they're more squatty, like they do all their stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
So, like the turtles were short, so they were smart enough to put Shredder in a crouched pose. The foot soldier was in a crouched pose. So everything stayed the same height all the way through. So I had most of like the first 3 or 4 waves of the toys, and I'm 45 now and I still go nuts for Ninja Turtles. I have the re-releases, I have the vehicles, I'd be like J-Man, I could get everything out, but we'd be here all night. I am a fanatic for Ninja Turtles. Both of my sons, my daughter tolerates it, but both of my sons huge Ninja Turtle fans. You know, it's always
like Venus.
Yeah, none of us really like Venus. I'm more of a Mona Lisa, so you know we'll allow her. But Venus was just weird looking. You know, my mom got me the big Jim Henson book that had like all of his movies in it. And there's a huge like chapter on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and also how he regretted doing it as much as we all say it's timeless when you see it. He hated the violence. Yeah. So trying to get them involved for the other 2 There's a lot of reasons why the others two kind of go down in quality.
Well, there's a main reason he couldn't do the other two.
Well,
God rest his soul.
I'm talking like Brian Henson when he took over. So Jim Henson Studios weren't as passionate about it at that point because of what Jim thought of the first one. Just like my mom, who was also not a fan of the first one. But that's probably why she let me have part 2. She's like, see, my work worked. I got him to quit using the weapons and using bad words in the movie.
And sausages instead of nunchucks.
Sausages.
Oh, so stupid.
The yo-yo's still hilarious, and Donnie as the bop-em, knockover clown, I will still laugh at every time.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I don't care. I will defend that movie till the end, but I will always watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1. It's the best out of all of them. It's fine. I stand by what I say. It's Turtles. Okay, it's not Michael Bay Turtles either.
Yeah,
which I watched. I went to the theaters and saw them, and I was just like, there's moments that they felt good, and then every other time you're just like, the fuck am I watching? Like,
it's so weird. And Shredder's like, he looks like Strife on steroids or something. It's like, anyway, okay, finish up your thing.
But we're going to talk about the movie, so we'll say it for the movie. But that's just my history with Ninja Turtles. I am one of the chosen that I was born at the right time for Ninja Turtles, and I will always be that way, man. I know I'll defend it till my dying breath. So that's me on Ninja Turtles.
Basically 2 seconds after this movie came out, every kid had nunchucks. I went to my grandfather. I was like, make me nunchucks. He took a broom handle, cut pieces, got a chain. We went to Canadian Tire hardware store, went to the hardware store, got a chain. He screwed it in. I still have the nunchucks he made me. And he's like, here you go. He made them immediately. It's like, there wasn't even, are these two? I got really good, actually. Like, he didn't make them the proper way because it's supposed to be the length of your arm here. And then you've got the width of the chain as your hand. Like, we didn't know the proportion. So he just made, he just linked 2 things and they were real. And I was like whipping them around. I actually broke the light. I actually broke my headlight, like light above. I had like a fan. That's it, a fan light. And I was swinging them, and I went boom, and I was like, "Oops!" And then
we all made weapons. I had sticks with clothesline between them.
I was the katanas. I was Leonardo.
Leo is my turtle. Like he's the leader, and swords. I was just sticks were swords when I was a kid. That's just how it worked. But we all were Donnie because everyone would go get a broomstick, unscrew the head off of it, and swing it around like a madman. So we were all of them when we were kids.
Yeah.
Couldn't you just go to the swap meet and get the hollowed out nunchucks that they would sell there?
My parents paid too close attention to me whenever I was at a swap meet or a flea market. Not allowed to go near the guy. You ever seen the episode of South Park where they go and get the ninja weapons?
Yeah.
That's basically what we would have been if you gave me money to go buy ninja weapons at that age.
All right, Ross. What's your take on Ninja Turtles? I know you watched it just the other day.
Yeah, well, I watched it. Well, I finished watching it this morning, and that was like the clearest picture I've ever seen it because I did see it in the theater a few times, and I've seen all 3 of them in the theater. The third one I only saw once, and it wasn't that I hated it; it just wasn't worth going to see it in the theater again for me.
Right.
So my backstory with Ninja Turtles is I wasn't like day 1, issue 1, but because my comic store sold out of them before I could get it. But I had like a 3rd printing of it, and Eastman and Laird came to the same San Diego Comic-Con when the 3rd issue was out. So I bought it from them and had it signed at them.
Awesome.
Then,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had a picture of them too. Like Kevin Eastman was like actually concerned. I think he was still washing dishes or something at the time. And he was like, I don't know if it's going to this is going to cover my time off from washing dishes or whatever.
He was at a lobster restaurant, eh? He was working at a lobster restaurant.
Yeah, that's what he was worried about. He was wearing like this wife beater. He was like a real down to earth guy. I mean, and the thing that nobody talks about is like that style of artwork. It's like dark and all that, but yes, but it also very much looked like an underground comic book.
Right.
It was created and sold as an underground comic. Yeah. Even the size was weird. It was like the first issue was more like
they went with the cheaper options, didn't they? That's the whole reason why they did it the way they did.
Yeah,
it was cheaper.
More like an R. Crumb.
Well, they did it together. That's the crazy thing is they created each page in those original issues together. passing it back and forth, drawing it together. It's the most incredible, unique, collaborative effort on a comic book ever. It's bizarre, but it worked.
Yeah, so that experience kind of created a bond with me. Like, these are my guys, you know. And so when, like, as the toy, like, well, toys, the merchandise came out, like the T-shirt, the glows in the dark that I mentioned, and the lead figures from the game. I didn't get the game. I think that for some reason, I think that might have come later. The lead figures were, I think they were from Citadel, and they looked like the comic book Turtles. And then somewhere I've got the catalog that Playmates was, like, when the toy, before the toys even hit stores. I've got the catalog that Playmates used to try to sell them to the stores, and I got it pretty cheap at a convention because, like, while you guys were kids, um, I was an adult going to, like, the Comic Cons, and people would have, like, that kind of stuff out, like, for $10, $20 or whatever. And I was like, yeah, I'll take that for 10 or $20. And so, and it was completely without value to you know, kids didn't have that kind of money to spend on that kind of thing. So I would just pick it up, and because I legitimately like them. I watched the cartoon. I wasn't into, like, I was one of those guys that watches, like, a lot of kids cartoons, but I liked that one because it was tied into the comic. I liked anything having to do with ninjas. The cartoon was imaginative. Um, I thought the toys. I didn't buy a lot of the toys, but I thought the toys were cool. So flash forward to when this movie came out, I was like all in. And to me, the shock then, and especially now, was of all the options that they had this cartoon that was already incredibly popular, and they chose to base 3/4 of the movie on this comic book that maybe a few tens of thousands of people had read, instead of this card, instead of lean into the kids aspect of it. And they spent so much attention on it. Like, they got the logo, they got they followed the storyline where they go to the house. I mean, okay, so it's not Casey Jones' house, but they had Casey Jones in it, who's, like, scary as hell in the comic book iteration. And they don't really explain, like, oh, he's a vigilante or whatever. He's just kind of like this guy with hockey sticks, you know, and a hockey mask in the movie. So, but the other thing too was, like, I was in on the joke as an adult comic book fan. I was in on all the adult parody jokes. So it's like, okay, it's the adjacent origin of the Daredevil thing with the radioactive canister. Stick is Splinter.
Right.
The foot.
The hand, the foot.
The thing that I had forgotten that blew my freaking mind in this movie was the origin of Shredder with the killing of the girl and
the
wife and all that. That's the Wolverine that's from the Wolverine miniseries.
Yeah, Mariko or whatever.
Yeah. That is the Wolverine miniseries story that they even
Frank Miller, you're back.
Children. So it's like, yeah. So having seen this, like, with the most clarity I've ever seen before, it's like, yeah, you can see the seams in the neck, but they got legit martial artists to do all the fight scenes, and those fight scenes look, even without bulky costumes, those would have looked awesome. I mean, where they spent the money exactly where it needed to be spent on everything. The guy who directed it, he, like, if you look at his filmography of music videos from the 80s, he directed the Billie Jean music video. He directed the Aha Take On Me music video. I am a huge freaking Adam and the Ants fan, top 5 guy since I was in high school. And he directed the Ant music video, which threw down the gauntlet for Adam and the Ants. So I was like, I was all in for, like, everything in this thing, and I felt it delivered. When we'll get to it.
So we'll go through it now.
There was one more shock at the very end when I watched the credits, because, like, the main punk that takes the kids into, like, the Lost Islands, Island of the Naughty Kids, from Pinocchio type scenario.
Lairdman Island.
Yeah. So I was like, who is that? That guy looks so familiar. He looks Also keep in mind, I'm a huge guinea pig fan. I had him when I was a kid. I like the algorithm on Facebook and Instagram keeps showing me cute guinea pig videos.
You mean? I wasn't sure if you were talking about some weird band. You mean actual animals?
Rodent, the actual rodent. Yes. So
okay, well, we found it. We found the one person on the
I'll wrap
planet.
it up in 30 seconds. Okay, so
Yeah.
so when I saw, I was like, "Who is this guy? I know this guy from someplace. Is he Canadian?"
Here, this will be wrap it up.
Right. Okay. So keep it playing. I'll wrap it up. So I was trying. So when I was watching the credits, I was like, "Oh my god!" So I'm the only one in the world who likes the movie G-Force, and so it was Sam Rockwell, the voice of the main guinea pig from G-Force. But you guys know him as
Justin Hammer or whatever other.
Yeah.
I know him as a lot of things. I liked him in Moon.
Yeah.
Good movie. Great movies.
Yeah. So anyway, like for me, this was
Green Mile.
Local guys make good.
Green Mile.
This was also like an independent movie based on an independent comic book, which I was trying to get into comics as a professional. This was like, it's doable. It doesn't have to be Batman and it doesn't have to be Superman. It doesn't have to be Marvel or DC. This came out around the same time as Rocketeer, the Rocketeer movie. And it was like, they are taking independent comics and making them into movies and TV shows. It's like, it could happen to any of us now. Ninja High School, me, whoever. So, and they were always like really nice and approachable guys, even until somebody went a little Hollywood. I heard that Kevin Eastman actually bought one of the Batmobiles from the 1989 Batman movie.
That's awesome.
And then he bought A Small Town. And
well, he bought that. He was Heavy Metal magazine, right?
He bought Heavy Metal magazine.
Yeah.
No, but no. My thing was they released that comic. I told you they released that whatever anniversary of the Ninja Turtles, and I ordered 3 copies. I ordered one for Sean, one for Steven, and one for myself. And I got 1 copy. And I was like, what is this? So I was like, okay, that's crazy. So I messaged customer services, like I ordered 3 and only got 1. And they said, we'll send you 2 out overnight. Or if you want to wait 2 weeks, Eastman's coming down to our where they're printing them. And he's like, we'll print you 2 fresh ones and he'll sign them.
Hell yeah.
So I said, okay, I'll take it. So he signed it and drew a little picture of a Ninja Turtle. But now I've got 3 friends and only 2 signed ones. So Steve, I said, Steve, you don't care about Ninja Turtles. He doesn't give a crap about them, right? So I just gave him the unsigned one, and Sean and I kept the signed ones because we actually loved it. Like Steve's just like, oh, grab me a Ninja Turtles, what? You know what I mean? Like just to have something. Like he didn't really care.
Right.
So that, and I think I gave Sean. Sean says I gave him my cassette tape of the soundtrack, which I got the Michelangelo cassette tape, but I had not known that there were different colored cassette soundtrack tapes. I just bought what I didn't realize. So my buddy had Donatello, a purple cassette tape, and I had the orange cassette tape. But Sean says that's cool. So Sean says I gave it to him. I don't remember. I couldn't find it. So either I gave it to him or I sold it. I did sell a lot of my Ninja Turtle stuff. I only kept my childhood Casey Jones, which is on my shelf right there. I only kept from the original series. I only kept my childhood Casey Jones. I have a newer Bebop. I have a small Krang in the Krang in the body.
The Android body. Yeah.
Android body. And then I've got a re-release of Michelangelo, which looks like the original Playmates, but they re-release it in the same exact packaging.
Yep.
And I have a big stuffed toy of Michelangelo. Michelangelo's not really my favorite. He was kind of like my least favorite. But for some reason, he kept coming up or whatever as things, and I just ended up owning many things of Michelangelo, and I really liked him in the Nickelodeon cartoon, though. He was my favorite character in the Nickelodeon cartoon.
Yeah.
Does everyone know who the first Ninja Turtle drawn was? Don't say it. Do you know who the first Ninja Turtle who was drawn?
Yes.
I want to say I know which one.
Yeah, I think I do.
Okay, so no? All right, so Ross, who was it?
It was Michelangelo. It
was Michelangelo.
Nunchucks.
Yeah, he was the first Ninja Turtle drawn. Now, that helped me guess who the Last Ronin was, because when Last Ronin came out, I picked that up off. I knew that was going to be a hot ticket. So I grabbed the Last Ronin, and I said, I bet you it's Michelangelo, because he's got it. He's the first one drawn. He's the last one alive.
He's also the only one that makes sense in that storyline, too.
Right.
Yeah,
it's like poetry. It rhymes.
No, so I didn't give it to you. I didn't give it to you, Sean. That's not the one I gave you. Mine. So I didn't give it to you. I didn't give it to Sean. Mine is orange 1,000 trillion %. Because when we got home from Sam's or wherever we bought it, my friend who doesn't like to be named on stream, that Sean knows this friend I'm talking about. We came home and we opened up our cassettes, and he's like, "Hey, mine's purple." I was like, "Oh," I was like, "They're purple? That's weird, right?" And then I was like, "Hey, mine's orange." I was like, "Oh, they're Michelangelo." I was like, "Oh, damn it!" I was like, "Damn it! I would have taken Leonardo." I was like, "Crap!" And I was thinking, "Oh, should I try to go back and change this?" It's like it's already open. I'm like, "I'll just keep Michelangelo." So if it's red, then I didn't give it to you, Sean.
Well, I didn't get multicolored ones. I had the soundtrack, and it was just the movie poster on the front and a regular cassette inside, not colored.
Oh, no way, they're
a
different.
Canadian thing, Charlie.
It might have been Canadian release type thing.
Yeah.
I had the same thing, Charlie. I had the poster and then the
Because
cassette tape.
Elias Cotis
Yeah.
is a national treasure to them because he's Canadian.
I don't know.
He's a
I don't know,
national
Sean.
treasure
We're gonna
because he's Casey. So
We're gonna figure that out. We're gonna figure that out at some point. So maybe I didn't give it to you. Where is it then? Because I got my cassette tape. So I don't know where the hell that thing is.
It's somewhere in this room.
Are you sure it's red? Maybe it became red from orange. It just because I know for sure it's not. Because I would have been okay with Raph. Anyways, City Crime Escalates.
I did not get the soundtrack, believe it or not, just because the music wasn't my bag at the time, and I just wasn't collecting everything. Is the music like the songs played in the background?
Yes.
Or is it like
it's that, and you got TURTLE power.
No, you got
Yep.
Shredder's. You got Shredder's theme. Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah,
dun.
You got the themes, but every kid I knew, we got it for TURTLE power.
Yeah,
That was the song we all played.
And we used Shredder's theme for a character I created called the Dark Assassin. And we made a movie and a trailer for a character I created called the Dark Assassin when we were 16, and I wanted Shredder's theme to open the movie. So it's like, it's basically my character is a guy who wears like a black hockey mask. So it's like Casey and Jason. It's actually the mask from the Part 5 VHS cover of Friday.
Mhm.
And then it's a black version. I had a white version, which is the exact mask used, and then I had a black version. And the black version I used for a character called the Dark Assassin, and I made that in like high school. I'm never showing that. I could show it to you guys. I would be totally fine if you guys watch all the movies I made. I would put them on YouTube. The problem is that their music is used, and the friend who doesn't like to be named doesn't want those shared out with people outside. So he was prominently in that movie, so I can't share it. I've got a couple of movies I might be able to share, but anywho,
come on the Friends Drive, and then
you can do Friends Drive.
I can
Circle of Iron will get it.
You can also do like a YouTube privated type thing where only someone you give the
Yeah,
link
you can
to
share the
see
link
it.
with people, and only the people with the link have it.
You can see it. Yeah. Well, my buddy re-edited one about 10 years ago. He's like, let me re-edit this. It's the same exact movie. He re-edited and all the music, dudes. If I played it for you guys, you're like, hey, that's from Universal Soldier. Hey, that's from. You're going to basically see the J-Man filmography. Universal Soldier, Unisol's on fire. Dun, 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 dun. That's in there.
Yep.
That dun, 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 like it's building up. That's in there. Nemesis, basically the entire Nemesis soundtrack is used.
Awesome.
And then in university, I used all Bruce Dickinson music. It's like everything is like.
So, well, my Super
Bell is here.
are on
Perfect
YouTube,
movie.
and you get to hear
Daniel is
Cylon
here.
Space Star music from Battlestar Galactica, the theme from Ultraman with the kids singing.
Yeah.
My backyard kung fu movies on there too, so might be slightly
Nice.
racist.
Okay, I'm looking. Yeah, the soundtrack's definitely colored. There's some on eBay right now. Purple. There's like a red one. Yep, they're colored 100%. Oh, I do see ones that aren't colored. That is so weird.
Yep.
That's the one we got.
I was going to say, as positive you are as yours was orange, I am positive mine was colorless.
Right.
Yeah. And you see that's because listen, we've got the multicultural. All we have.
We get it. Yeah.
Oh,
You guys were already woke. I understand.
We're already woke. Yeah, sorry. I apologize.
You know what I hear?
Daniel
Woke, I hear
loves all
Wookiee.
three.
I hear Wookiee when I hear
We could call it Wookiee too. Either way you
Wookiee
want to
too,
go.
yeah.
Wookiee.
We're
Yes.
super Wookiee over here.
Wookiee.
Bell is saying this is a perfect movie. It is pretty good. Okay, so
Yeah.
they changed up Judith. They changed it to Paige Turco in 2 and 3, who I
I
thought
had
was
a
okay
crush
too.
on
But
Judith. I had a crush.
big time. Yeah, big time.
She's like the girl
Trivia.
next door hot. Like
Trivia.
yeah, it's like, yeah.
Do you know who convinced her? Because she wasn't enjoying the filming. Do you know who convinced her to do this movie?
Who?
Anyone?
Is it on
No.
IMDb? I don't.
Robin Williams. She was
Really?
in Cadillac Man with Robin Williams, and one day they were, in between takes, she was saying, "Oh, I'm up to do this Ninja Turtle movie, blah blah blah," and he's like, "Oh, really? Wow, that's great," because his kids were really into it.
Oh my gosh, that is awesome.
And now she does comics.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, she's going to be at Niagara.
Yep.
I just saw that. I'm like, damn it.
She's embraced it now. She's like full on.
Of course. Why
I
wouldn't
like
you
the
embrace
other.
it?
I like the other April too, but
She was good,
Judith's
too.
who we grew up with,
Yeah, I feel like, and she had the yellow jacket here. I was like, that's cool.
Mhm.
Yeah,
She also had like a nice skirt on. So I was like, ooh,
she had very nice legs.
she definitely
very
did.
leggy, very leggy.
Yeah.
Liked it.
The
Yeah.
thing is,
Who is the babe? Who the heck
when I
is
saw
that?
this again, like after decades, and she like falls out of the door with the bright yellow coat on. I was like, again, like they didn't have to do that, but it's like, here you go. You want to see her in bright yellow, like in the cartoon? There you go, kids. You know who this is.
And it's the smart play of not putting her in the jumpsuit like she was in the cartoon. So it's more homage, but now that is what's seared into our brain. She wore
if this movie was made in the mid '80s, she would have been in the jumpsuit because it would have been.
It would have been the cartoon. It would have been the cartoon. Absolutely.
Jazzercise.
Golden Harvest.
Yeah, Golden Harvest. That's exactly. Like,
was it Raymond Chow who produced this?
Yeah, I mean the most legit martial arts movie studio in the world had a big hand in making this, which is probably why the fights came off like, they had something to prove.
Can you imagine how difficult it would have been to fight in those suits? Like,
that's what makes it so amazing. Like, especially when I forget which one does it, but he does like the flying, like where he kicks and then his other leg goes the opposite direction. He is airborne with it. I'm like, how the fuck did
he jumps over one of the other turtles there.
Yeah,
I think it's Donatello. He jumps over someone to do that. It's incredible.
Yeah.
They probably couldn't see, and one of them did like a backflip holding the swords, and I'm like,
or when they're they're rolling with each other, and then he gets
they're really they're doing that.
I was like, this is awesome. Like,
yeah, I was like, I couldn't even do a backflip without a suit on or holding swords, much less both at the same time. So
I mean, like, we know from the horror movies, anytime you're wearing any of these like heavy prosthetics and stuff like that, I mean, you can't even, like, Peter Weller can't move. Like, none of these guys, even going back to like Evil Dead 2, you got Ted Raimi as that cellar witch or whatever. He literally was like, we would take that suit off and pour the sweat out.
Yeah.
The
Henrietta outfit. Yeah.
It invented some kind of new foam rubber for this movie for the suits, so they could do that.
And the faces are pretty good. Like
the acting, especially on Splinter, is amazing.
Oh, Splinter is
he's
like
real.
That looks real. That completely. He actually, out of all of them, because you're right, they did the best they could. You could still see that there's, like a mask. You could see the line, right?
Yeah.
But Splinter is like perfect, right?
On the screen, you couldn't see it, back in the day.
Yeah. Well, I don't remember. I believed in the story, so effects don't bother me too much if I'm buying into what's happening. So I don't really notice it unless I only notice it if I'm bored. I'm like, this is a boring movie,
I was so blown away by everything else. I'm like, if the worst thing is you can see a seam around their neck.
Yeah.
I wasn't looking for that stuff. I was on a 19-inch TV, not looking for it. Honestly, I'm probably jumping around acting like a Ninja Turtle while I'm watching this.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not. The first few times I'm locked in watching it. Every other time I have either the toys out with me or I am a Ninja Turtle running around.
Well, I was already taking martial arts when this came out, so I was in my living room.
Yeah.
There's a scene in the farmhouse when Raphael recovers and Donatello laughs, and if you freeze frame it, the mouth inside the mouth.
It is terrifying.
Yeah. It's disturbing. It's nightmare fuel. It's nightmare.
I'll try to get. Yeah, he's like, haha, this is a Kodak moment, haha, and then it's like,
as J-Man says though, right? Because this film sustains the suspension of disbelief so well, we don't care. It's like Stormtrooper hits his head, right? Nobody cares.
Right. Also, stormtroopers can't hit their head. I've always thought about this too before. It's like, I mean, they're running around, they're close quarters. The people you can't see shit in that. I mean, like, like things happen. Like I can't talk perfectly on stream all the time. I flub a word or whatever. So it's like that never happens in movies, right? It's like they're always saying their dialogue perfectly. Like nobody ever messes up in talking. And you think that, that would be a realistic thing, right? So
it's why when something happens,
when Tor Johnson has a hard time getting through the doorway and Ed Wood goes like, he would have really dealt with the problem.
What are you talking about? Forget about Tor. I myself hit my shoulder like one day ago walking into my bathroom. I mean, when that happened in Ed Wood, he goes, he goes like, I have trouble now. I have hit, because I'm on these stupid blood thinners, you can see everything that's ever happened to me. I wake up and I have I'm like, what? I was like, maybe did I hit something? I hit everything in this house. My legs are messed up. My shin has hit every inch of this apartment. Right? Like it's like, forget about, I know he's walking through. He goes, well, he would have trouble walking through the door. Of course. He's a huge guy.
The apartment's also full of crap. So maybe you
I don't know. I gotta watch it.
Hard to navigate.
Step on a Lego. Here's where Raphael lost the side. I lost the side. Then it is gone. I can get it back. Raphael, let it go. All right.
Do we get the Cyclops Wolverine vibe from Leonardo Raphael?
Big time. Yeah,
that's my first thought. When I saw this movie, I was thinking, hey, that's Cyclops and Wolverine. Because I've been reading.
It's even blue. It's even blue, and then the Psy has like the 3. It almost looks like Wolverine if he holds it like the way he holds it as a turtle. Well, I thought that too. Yeah.
That's why Raphael has the size. Size is an offensive weapon. It's not a defensive weapon at all. It's all offense. I mean, you can use it to block and stuff like that, but it's used as an offensive weapon. That's his attitude. That's his mentality. So
also don't forget that the mutant in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comes from the X-Men being the most popular comic when this came out.
So they knew what they were doing.
Probably in there because of the comic book.
Yeah, and they were all red. So Daredevil was red, so they made all the bandanas red. Really the best is changing the colors was a good decision. Yeah, in my opinion, to differentiate them a bit more. But look at how great Splinter looks here with the.
Yeah. Do you know what you said about Batman? How Batman is a perfect character. You can drop him into any environment, any kind of story. He can fight demons. He can fight aliens. He can fight a thug on the street corner. He can fight drug dealers. It doesn't matter. That man can. Yeah, the Ninja Turtles, I reckon, are the same. Because you look at some of the sci-fi stories that Laird put out.
Fugitoid, and then they got those rock guys and all that.
Yeah, they're like the Triceratons. They are like a perfect concept in terms of one of those concepts that can be put in any environment. They're perfect. It's one of the great concepts in comic book to screen and TV and toy development, right? So I reckon they're on that level.
And they made their personalities identifiable with kids and teenagers and stuff like that. They felt human and not human at the same time. They're going through the same stuff we're going through growing up. So it works. But, and they would do the same thing, like in the comics and stuff. All of a sudden they were international wrestlers, or interdimensional wrestlers, and all these different outfits and stuff. Didn't care. Totally makes sense. Let's keep going.
Well, because they're mutants. You've got the mutant thing. You've got aliens. You've got the whole world opens up, right? So as soon as you can start creating other mutants, and there's robots, and then Baxter Stockman comes in. So there's science, right? Aliens come into play. Alternate dimensions. You can do like all of these things work. And look, a ninja is never going out of style. I've been watching The Master. I pulled out the Blu-ray of the Master. Lee Van Cleef, the greatest person of all time. And it's like you throw it in and it's automatic. I forgot Sho Kosugi was in that, but it's automatically.
You forgot Sho Kosugi was in The Master?
I forgot. It was like I didn't forget.
He's the reason why I watched The Master.
It just slipped my mind. It's like I put it. I was like, oh yeah, shoot. Hey Daniel, I want to say hello to Daniel. And cell phone wallet. How's it going?
There's Mickey.
Sorry, Ross.
Harrison Ford's in Star Wars. Bruce Lee was in Enter the Dragon. Too.
Oh, so, sounds like someone needs to go. It's like I'd lie and say it was nice having you, but
Wow.
Hey,
Spicy.
no.
Keep me around. Keep doing that.
Yeah. Listen, but no, because I threw it in. I was like, oh yeah, Shokasugi, I forgot. Like it just got me pumped up again. But ninjas are never going to go, like they're so awesome because you've got the martial arts plus there's the mystical aspect. So however far you want to push that, you can push it to, they disappear. Even well, here's Splinter. Let's get into it a little bit more.
Yeah. And he holds up so well because he's fully animatronic too.
Yes,
So
he's awesome.
He's consistently that look throughout the movie.
I like this pizza dude's got 30 seconds.
I don't know anyone that doesn't repeat this
got
all the time.
Yeah.
Period.
Never pay for late pizza. Speaking of adaptability, in Mexico there was a 4-man tag team called the Tortugas, and they were like full-on luchadors wearing with turtle shells and green.
Oh my gosh, I got to look those guys up.
Yep.
Oh my god. Well, I'm trying to get a freeze frame.
The pizza got 22 and an 8.
Yeah. Oh, I want to get critters. That's what I wanted to get.
Critters, baby.
Critters.
Oh, where did they come up with this stuff?
Where did they come up with this stuff? Yeah.
You know that's a cameo, the pizza guy. That the actors the voice actors all appear in the film in cameos.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I can't remember which one he is, but I think the Raphael actor appears in the back of a cab.
Okay. Oh yeah. So yeah.
Oh,
yes.
What was that? He's like, looks like a giant turtle in a trench coat.
Yeah.
You going to LaGuardia?
John, that was the funny because he just says what it is.
Yeah.
Like it's like he's trying to hide.
It's New York City, so he's just like, all right. He's
Well,
like, you're going to LaGuardia, right? Yeah, okay.
It wasn't filmed in New York, though. It was filmed in North Carolina.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's basically
was brought to you by
It's
Burger
New York
King
in the
and
movie.
Domino's Pizza and
Domino's Pizza. Yeah, so Michelangelo is it's
Yeah,
like
so
come
Domino's
on, I
had
couldn't find the
their-
place.
Domino's had their big advertising thing with this.
Oh
Yep.
Lord, yeah.
Because I had,
Yeah.
All right, so Raphael went to go see Critters and he didn't like it. I'm very disappointed.
But here's the thing, like in later ones, like they all go out and venture out at night. But like in this one, he's the only one that does it. Like he's the only one going out in the trench coat. They're all other ones are just fine, like just chilling, in the sewer. And he wants to go.
He was discontent with being.
Yeah, he
hidden.
was. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But now,
like
if you notice, like especially like with Mutant Mayhem and stuff, like they're all going out and wanting to do things and wanting to experience life and everything. So.
Well, this is also another thing from the cartoon is they all had disguises in the cartoon when they needed to go out in the world. They added just it's why I got so pissed off at the figures that were the movie figures. They did all of them in disguise. And I'm like, they weren't all in disguise, guys. It was just Raph.
Yeah.
You can't, if you want to do the cartoon, fine. But the movie, they didn't all do that.
Nope.
Stop reissuing crap.
Yeah. So he goes to see Critters, and you're like, and this is actually Ben Grimm's outfit when he goes out. So if you're a Fantastic Four fan, you can see that reference as well.
Jack Kirby thing. Yeah,
Kirby. All right, so there's Raph, and here comes oh man, Casey Jones. Yeah.
I wanted him to wear the mask more,
so did I, buddy.
But of course, we had to see the actor's face because we can't associate.
Right.
The mask.
Yeah. Right. You do get to see it twice. You get to see it in this full scene, and then he fights again in it later.
And Elias Codius is such a great actor. I mean, he's done so many great things. Like Chicago PD, like he was the last thing I saw him on, but he was so great. He's such a great actor, and he kills it in this movie. He's like, I'm in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but you know what? I'm going to act the shit out of this because
he's having a ball. You can tell.
Yeah. He's like a young Robert De Niro. So, do you guys remember a DC comic called Wild Dog?
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know who borrowed from who, but
it's basically
at the time, I guess.
Wild Dog. They had Wild Dog in the Arrow TV series in the later seasons. Wild Dog.
I heard about that. When I looked it up because I was like, what was it? DC comic with the guy in the hockey mask? Oh, it was Wild. It was something dog.
He looked like he looked like what it was. It is what it is. But it's like he goes, "Oh, these guys need to be taught a lesson." So I'm not like that. They don't, not from you. He's like, "Well, it looks like you're the one who needs to be taught a lesson."
Yeah.
The class is Pain 101. Your instructor is Casey Jones. And the Jose Canseco bat. That was the one name I did know because I had.
Please tell me you didn't pay money for this.
You didn't pay money for this. Yeah.
Cricket, you got to know what a crumpet is to know what a cricket.
Yeah,
What's
6 runs.
amazing though is he knows it's 6 runs because when
I
you
was gonna say 6
when you-
runs.
Yeah.
6 runs when you hit a cricket ball and you hit the boundary of the field, right? It's automatically 6 runs.
Yeah.
So that's
awesome.
it's actually a cricket reference, which is amazing because nobody in Canada that I knew played cricket. Nobody.
Now
Well,
every day across the
nowadays,
street.
different story.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody knew what the fuck cricket was when I did see this movie.
No, I
Yeah,
had no
there-
idea
yeah.
what that sport was. I just went, okay.
I just went with it. I'm like, I
Exactly.
looked it up afterwards. I was like, what's cricket? It's like, oh, okay. It's like,
And then it's like, yeah. So here he is. I mean, it is Casey Jones. It's like
it is.
it's not like none of these are the fake. This is one of the things that Sean and I always complain about is like the movieized versions. Like it can't just be the Ninja Turtles in a trench coat or whatever, or it can't just be Casey Jones. They have to make it movie version. So like it's not, but these guys, like Shredder looks awesome. Like Shredder is the real Shredder. Like,
yeah.
It's not the fake Shredder, and the Foot Clan look like the real Foot. Like it's not like, oh, this is the movie version where they have to look like idiots or they don't have the proper masks or something.
Well, you have humans versus robots too, if you want to go with the cartoons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The
Right,
hilarious
which they
part
didn't do.
was the hilarious part was in the cartoon, Casey never took his mask off.
No.
Right.
You know, he went to a job interview in a suit and the fucking hockey mask on, and they still hired him.
He was the
that's
Mandalorian of his time.
That's basically what Casey
or
Jones
Judge
was.
Dredd. He was
Yeah,
Judge Dredd
or
in that
Judge Dredd,
sequel.
very much so.
He's the Mandalorian. It's like we don't
So-
take our helmets off.
So as a kid, seeing Casey take his mask off, it almost kind of like humanized him a little bit more
Right.
They
in,
had
in the
to,
movie.
though. They
Oh,
had
I know they had to.
But they should have had him wear just a little bit more. That's all I'm saying.
And they,
I agree.
They went with the version from the comic books that wasn't read by that many people, based on concepts that were never meant for parodying
Yeah.
stuff that was never meant for kids, and that's the one that they went with was for this movie. Which
But that's okay.
God bless
because
them. No, that's not a complaint. That's a God bless them for that.
Right.
Yeah, that's great.
you a kid or any like even somebody my age when this came out, I was like 17, 18, who didn't know anything about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, went in and saw this movie and would be like, "This is the best fucking thing ever." I was like,
Yeah.
"Why have I not known what this was before?" Because it's such
Fair.
one, it's such an original concept, and two, it the way the movie does it. I don't understand why they couldn't get it right after the fact. I understand the whole weapons thing and parents complaining and the violence and the bullshit and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
I just didn't understand, like, because like, and then Casey's not in the second one, but then he shows up in the last, but then he doesn't
Back in
really
the
do
third.
much, and it's like, I just didn't
It's the
understand.
Spider-Man 3 problem where they made
Yeah.
like 2
Yeah.
that were pretty good, and then like, what happened? It's the same guys.
Yeah, but
So
I
it's not
love
a-
him. I've got Charlie. I love him. I have them all.
No, it's a
do I
balance
watch the
of,
first one more? Of course I do.
it's a balance of make more money with less money. That's
Yeah.
what happens
Right.
as
Yeah.
sequels go. So
But-
they have less to work
It's
with.
that's what Christopher
Fire-
Reeve called that sequelitis or whatever. It's
Yeah,
like
sequelitis. We've
But
seen it happen every time.
But the
Yeah.
second one had Ernie Reyes Jr. out of the Ninja Turtle outfit, so that
Out
was
of
pretty
the
cool.
suit.
That was pretty
Yep.
cool to see him do his shit, like as him. So that was.
he was awesome in that. He was
No,
like
I
one of
knew-
the saving.
Yeah, I was a bigger. Well, I still am a big Ernie Reyes Jr. But yeah, I was a big fan when he made, and I was like, I was just happy to see him in a movie doing martial arts because
Yeah.
I love him
Sidekicks
as Kino.
with Gil
It was
Gerard.
great.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I love that
Mhm.
TV show. Like,
Where is he now, Ernie Reyes Jr.?
Well, actually, he was at Niagara in June, and Owen, who runs the Action Elite, who you admire for all of his you should
Scott
admire
Adkins.
you should admire the fellow underneath me here because John has had about 75 interviews with Scott Atkins. There's an interview every 5
You
minutes.
legend.
Yeah.
Well,
Scott Adkins is my
listen,
hero.
I don't want to toot my own horn, but I have Scott Atkins emailing me. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Toot,
So,
toot,
is
toot,
Chris
toot.
War yet?
Listen, I don't get
I
paid
am
shit for this
impressed.
website, so I'm gonna pat myself on the back for
Yeah.
that.
No, John
I went
really
to
has
see-
had a lot. There's a lot. He's had a lot of communication with Scott
And
Atkins.
you know why? And what this proves, Scott Atkins is not only one of the best martial arts action star living today, but he's a fucking awesome human being.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a total. Yeah, he seems very chill.
Have you seen his interviews with Keanu Reeves on his YouTube channel?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen
he's
that.
aw-
Yeah, he's
Oh,
good.
they're amazing.
He's
They're
awesome
amazing.
too. The guy gets
Oh,
money
God.
to random people, and like he's who everybody should aspire to be. Essentially.
Yeah.
All
I
right, hold
saw
on a
John Wick
second.
4 because of Scott Adkins. That's why I went to see it.
All right, so hold on a second. I do have a poll going now. Unfortunately, depending on where you're watching this, we've got a couple people watching from other channels right now. So wherever you're watching this, please hit the like, and please, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to all of us. We all have similar kind of styles of things that we like, but we just handle it a little bit differently. So the poll is only visible on my channel because I can't obviously go on your guys' channels and put polls, but I do have a poll for a ranking or for a rating on this movie. So we've got 14 votes currently. 71% give it a 5 out of 5. So 71 majority is 71%, 5 out of 5. 7% give it a 4 out of 5. 14% give it a 3 out of 5. And 7% gave it a 2 out of 5. And I can only have 4 options, and I assume nobody would give it a 1 out of 5. So someone out there gave it a 2 out of 5. I'd love to hear, because this panel, and we this is one of the things that we try to do on Circle of Iron, is that because we have such a diverse panel, I don't mean diverse as in the way people use it in the wrong way. I mean diverse as in we have different people from different walks of life who all like the same thing and approach it a different way. That's the diversity of it. So we've got guys who are there from day one with comics. We've got guys who are there from day one with cartoons. We got guys that were there from year 2, comics, year 2 cartoon, right? So we all have different, and we're all different ages, so we can bring something unique to this discussion. And that's what diversity is actually about, coming together to share things that you love from different points of view. Anywho, so please make sure you're subscribed to everybody. I've been throwing links up. They're all in the chat. I'm going to throw a few more up again. So kindly make sure you guys have checked everybody out. Sean is not here, but we're going to give his link out anyways, because that's just how it goes. That's just to prove that I'm the nicest person in the universe. That's the evidence right there.
You're also the smartest.
I'm also the smart. Well, I don't say that. That's He-Man. He-Man says that. And listen,
it's got to be right then, right?
It's got to be, of course. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, it's just so obvious. Like, if He-Man says, when have you ever disagreed with He-Man?
Never.
Never. It's exactly so. So we got Danny introduced here, who is the son of April. So Charles Pennington is the is April's boss. Channel 3, not Channel 6. That that's just whatever. I did notice that as a kid. I was like, hey, it's not Channel 6. So it's Channel 3 News. He is her boss. Now, the way that they've connected this story is very good, because she is really putting pressure on the mayor, on the chief of police, to find out what's going on with all of these crazy robberies that have been split-second timing, coordinated, either like just purse snatching from small little crimes like that to big warehouses being stolen. All this stuff is being stolen very quickly by this silent crime. They call it the silent crime wave. Yep. And she's trying to figure out what's going on. And she's been hearing, this is cool, a lot of Japanese Americans have been saying, oh, this reminds me of similar style things that were going on in Japan. And you're like, well, yeah, that's from Shredder, who is Oroko Saki, and the Foot, right, and all of that stuff. And what's really cool is that they're recruiting the youth and they're saying, oh, your parents are trash. They don't care about you. We care about you. We're your family. And this kid, this is Danny, who is the son of the boss of April. He's involved in the gang. And what's great is, firstly, he steals money from her, which later on he returns, which is really cool. But he gets involved in the gang. And that's the link to finding the turtles. He actually is the one who causes April's apartment and her father's antique shop to be utterly destroyed, and almost the death of Raphael. So the kid effed up. But like the way that they've tied that together to not be that random, because the turtles are heroes in the sense that they are going out to try to help people as best as they can. But then it becomes personal real quick when Splinter's taken by one of the Foot, who follows them back. And again, that's through April's involvement. So they really this is a 90-minute movie. We haven't talked about this. This is a 90-minute movie that has a super tight script. Yep. There's not one scene that needs to be deleted. I mean, you could always add more fighting. I'm always an advocate for adding more fights, but the fights that we get are satisfying. There's enough of them. Pacing is I mean, if I was grading each section of my space in 10s, pacing is 10 out of 10. Like
100%.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Turtles introduced, story, April, right? And April's not a damsel.
No.
They managed to not make her they made her in the beginning because she's attacked by muggers at night. Well, yeah, any one of us would get nailed by that. It wasn't because she's the girl character. And then she gets helped or whatever. And it's through her investigation that leads to all this. It's really tight. It's a tight script and very tight pacing.
So 2 things. You can tell that this kid's a disaffected little punk.
Yeah.
He's got 2 different Sid Vicious t-shirts.
Yeah, I saw that. It said, yeah.
That was probably the director because he's from overseas, the UK. And 2, that was one of my problems with the Michael Bay Ninja Turtle movies, was it had that screenplay writers, everything's connected-itis to it.
Yes.
But in a way that seemed very artificial and eye-rolling. This is just kind of like, here's some
100%.
threads from the comic book and the TV show, and we've got this literal like just thread kind of running through it, tying it together. It's not like everything's tight as a drum in a way that's just like unrealistic.
Yeah.
Even
that was my comment. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, no, exactly, Ross. Like the other ones felt like, the Michael Bay ones, it just felt like very arbitrary. Like, oh yeah, we need to do this. This is like really neat because the turtles are connected in a personal way. April's connected in a business, in a business way, or her job. And then like you've got the cops involved. Everyone's involved for a reason. I love that Casey. My favorite part is where they're getting beat up and they're like, man, we could really use Raph. And then Casey is like, dun, dun, dun. And then when Casey Jones shows up and he's like, you mind telling me what you're doing to my little green pal over there? That is great. It gives me goosebumps. I'm getting goosebumps right now when I say it. And then when he goes, oh, sack, dun, 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 then the music starts up. You're like, oh, fuck. Because it was kind of fun. And then the music starts up, and then Casey Jones is destroying them. And it's like, I'll cover you. It's just like so badass. Anyways, but this is Ozymandias. I was like, hey, he's got all the screens or whatever.
But they lay the foundation for Casey's appearance.
Right.
Because he sees from his rooftop Raphael getting beaten up by the ninjas.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
They lay the foundation. They've already met. He recognizes Raphael. Then he shows up, so they lay the foundation. It's like that. Who was it? It's the South Park guys. They say that you need because rather than and in your script writing. That something happens, and because that happened, something else happens instead of something happens and then something else happens. Right? It's because
a lot of movies we cover is an and then movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This and then this happens, but yeah, you're right. This is a because.
Okay, these guys are badass. I don't know. I thought, and what is so great is that Shredder makes you feel important. He's like, you have now earned the honor and the discipline, the loyalty. You can now wear the Dragon Dochi, and he puts the thing on. It's like, you're one of us. And you felt like, the thing is that you could see a lot of these movies. I hate when they work for the bad guy. You're like, this bad, like Joker, who would like Joker goes to hire people. Why would you work with them? Like, like there's no way. Like I just watched the Dark Knight Rises today again. And like Bane, now in the comics, Bane's guys are hyper loyal because they're from the prison or whatever in the comics. But you're like, yeah, because he protects his guys, right? Like you're one of his guys. And then, but like Joker kills all of his guys. But in this, the Shredder makes you feel important, and he gives you this uniform. And see, some of the guys don't wear the uniforms because they're not there yet. It's like you haven't earned it. You haven't earned the discipline. You haven't put the work in. That's genius. It's like you're recruiting them. It's not. It's like indoctrinating them, but it's not even brainwashing. Really, like they are learning. What's crazy is that they are learning martial arts.
He trains them.
Some of them are pretty good.
Yeah.
He trains them, he feeds them, he houses them, he gives them the uniforms. They look cool, like you get to be part of this like group.
Yeah. I mean, the best word is indoctrination. You find what their weaknesses are, and you build upon that, which is a sense of meaning, a sense of I belong somewhere, which is big thing that was going on back in the day. People didn't feel like they belonged. I want to go to the club that they'll show later.
Oh, big time. This is what we do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Trivia. The warehouse where they filmed the Shredder's lair, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Gets used again in 1994 in another sort of gritty underground indie comic movie. The
I
Crow,
don't know.
also filmed North Carolina.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah.
I missed it. What was it?
The
So,
warehouse.
the warehouse, you know, where the Shredder lives, where
Yeah,
the Shredder
got used in which
there,
movie?
they use that in The Crow, because The Crow's filmed North Carolina as well.
Oh shit!
See,
That's
that was
awesome.
another.
Filmed in North Carolina.
It was like this is going to happen. Comics don't have to be like Marvel or DC movies.
Yeah, like, and this is our buddy Steve's couch that they use, and Steve got a new couch finally. So that's just an in joke. I'm sorry. It's like every time it's like Steve. I don't even sit on it. I go to his house all the time, and I don't even sit on the couch. So he has, you can sit on this nice chair, and then he's like, I got a new couch. I'm like, nice. I can come over more often now. Anyway, so they tell the story here. She gets scared.
Wouldn't you? Giant anamorphic.
And
rat
it knows
talking to
my
you.
name.
I don't know if I would. I think I'd be like, wow, this is awesome. But
Why did I dream of Harrison Ford?
I would have been all in. I would have been like, okay, let's do this.
Can I be a ninja as well? It's like,
Yeah,
no,
Can you train me like you train them?
I need to be a ninja. It is very simple, Miss O'Neill.
But do you know about the Foot? Like, you know, they have all these kids, right? They're inner city kids and stuff like that. But then like the one Foot guy, or the one he puts the mask on, he's Asian looking, and the other guy that goes up to April, he's like, "We've been looking for you, Miss O'Neill." Like, they're Asian. I'm like, where are the American kids that they're making the Foot? Like they're always Asian.
They're
It's
not
like,
allowed to talk.
Wait a minute. There's
Yeah.
the ginger kid. There's the ginger kid who's beating everyone up in the dojo. There's the ginger kid.
Yeah,
He's one of the ninjas.
They got a couple in there. A couple, but the guy who
ninja.
talked, but the
but
guy
they're
who
not
talked
allowed to
was
talk. They
Japanese.
got to be only the
That's
Asians
right.
talk, 'cause-
Yeah,
John,
because
it
they
was
wouldn't
the
stand us.
90s. They weren't going to get in trouble for talking like that, and they weren't.
Yeah.
That, that
Four
bad.
baby turtles. Ding, 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 ding. One of them spoke pizza. It's like
Radical.
This
radical.
flashback is awesome. I don't care what anybody says. All these little puppetry and
Yeah, they're
tiny
neat.
little animatronics.
Yeah.
I'm like, as a kid, I'm sold.
Yeah, you get a little
yeah.
show in the middle of the movie. What the hell?
Those are some
Big
adorable
deal.
little turtles. Let me tell you.
Any other movie that would have been animated, they would have somehow done like some weird animation and told a backstory. This one, it still felt like those little turtles grew up into these turtles. It worked. And also, if you pay attention, the little turtles look a whole lot more like the comic, the original.
Yeah,
Because they have the stretched out neck and the arms are thinner. They look like the original turtles.
I want to point out that I like this. We're relaxed in a family. See, they're showing this. There's a contrast here with the two families in quotes. With the Shredder's family. And you see they're all here sitting together, relaxed. Even Raph, who is I'm kind of the complainer. They're all together. You could see that they're fun. Like, Donnie probably always sits in that chair. Leo wants to do it the Japanese way, and he's sitting all, and Raph's got his feet up, like each guy, and he's got his sword he's got his sai in his hand. He likes having it in his hand and picking his teeth with it. It's like he likes having the weapons.
He got it back. So he's holding on to the one he got back from
He got it
April.
back.
and that's Splinter's favorite chair.
When he grabbed it back, that was badass, because now you're like, oh shit, these guys are screwed.
Drags it across the concrete, and every kid's just like, yeah.
And he does a double kick, which is cool. But like, see how they're relaxed. Whereas then when you cut back to the other, and they're going to cut back to them shortly, it's just like they're just doing garbage. Like, they're not hanging out. They're just playing games and doing silly crap. Right? Yeah. Like, it's not an actual togetherness style. Hey, Chris, the comic vet is here. How's it going? Turtle Mania time. Yeah. Oh, it was excellent. Yep. It's still great.
Excellent.
We love it. Excellent. Guys, give a subscription to the comic vet. This is Chris. He's a good guy. He does a live show every Wednesday, where you get to show all the comics that you bought for that week. It's called Show Us What You Got. Easy to remember that. He's also him and his partner Rob. Buddy Rob, I said that weird. They do a show on Saturdays where it's called Only Slabs, and they show literally only slabs. See, I don't name anything normal. I gotta name it some weird ass thing like Circle of Iron. What does that mean? Well, tune in and find out what it means. He just calls the show what it actually is. Like, so that's why he has more subscribers than I do. All right. Okay, so let's continue on. Okay, so this is great that she offers them pizza. Let's go for it. That was funny. It's like, oh, stick bugs, worms, flies, the regular stuff.
Love they messed with her.
That was funny. Now they're doing all of the impressions, Bogart and Stallone.
You dirty rat.
Ooh, dirty rat.
Yeah, that's not actually like he's doing all the impressions, which is like what he would be doing, which is not exactly what they were, but like Adrian, which is great. He does the Stallone, and then she makes a joke, and they kind of are like they didn't get it. All right, so they come back home. This is a great shot where they spin around here. It's like no, right? Because Splinter's gone. It's like oh. So they're like Splinter, and they're like, she's like, what happened? Like, what the shit? So Splinter's been taken. Now it's personal.
Emotion on puppet heads.
Yeah, that was well done.
Right there.
Also,
Jim Henson.
the body acting for the guys in those suits too, not just for the fighting, but even when he's doing the impressions, he's doing like the body language and all that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Everybody like really pitched in to make these guys as real as they could be.
It's just these shots like this right here, man. This what
is
makes
great.
this movie timeless. I mean, this is just perfect.
Yeah. They're all sad. They actually, Donnie, in the very, very beginning, Donatello and Michelangelo had that mini conversation where Donatello tried to bring it up, and he's like, "Oh, did you ever think about what it would be like not having him?" And Michelangelo, the way that they did this was great. He looked and heard what he said and acknowledged it, and then he's like, "Oh, the pizza dude's got 30 cents." Like he didn't want to talk about it.
Yeah, he was able to gloss over it, and that comes up later. If anyone's ever seen the deleted scenes, that they dug deeper into Mikey in the movie being way more emotional than they portray him in the theatrical cut,
and he would be. I got that anyway. He cries like. So like I got that anyways, just because like, and then one other thing. Okay, we'll get to it. I'll mention it, but no, good point. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, so the turtles vanish, which is great. They still have their ninja techniques.
Yep.
And then her I have to say her bathtub ring was unsightly. It looked pretty bad.
Yeah.
I'm like, April, really? It's only because I do the bathtub and I use scrubbing bubbles. I don't understand why they don't. It's so easy. No. Scrubbing bubbles,
a New York apartment, man. There's no scrubbing bubbles on the planet.
I probably don't get paid anywhere near she does, but my bathtub looks way better than that does.
Yeah, this looks brutal, right? Anyways, oh my gosh, she did have bubbles there. Did you see? She had a thing there. Look, she had Mr. Bubble.
Clean it.
Product placement.
Okay, so then he finds out that basically the cops get Danny, and they try to make a deal with Charles, saying, "Tell your reporter to lay off, and I'll go easy on your kid, just a slap on the wrist or whatever."
Yeah, I'll erase his record, stuff, all that,
right.
Cop bullshit.
So he takes off, and this is what you do. This is what we do. Do it, baby. Oh, there's Sammy.
Sam Rockwell.
Regular or menthol?
Yeah. Got any cigarettes?
I think Scott Wolf is in.
Scott Wolf is also in this as well.
Yeah.
There, I think no,
that's not Scott.
He's not. He's around here.
Scott is like blink and you miss it. We haven't even talked yet about Tatsu. Tatsu is badass in this movie, man.
Mm-hmm.
Little Primatine will help clear that up.
Yeah.
Now he's in tons of stuff. This actor, he's in like 4 million things. Yeah. He's dubbed over in English by I don't know who's. Yeah, I don't know who he's dubbed over by, but he was great. He comes back in part 2, which is cool. Tetsu or whatever. Master Tetsu.
The one film he's not in, which I really would have expected him to be in, is Big Trouble in Little China, because in that opening battle in the alley, they have like almost every Asian actor known for martial arts. So you got like James Liu and Al Leong and all those guys in there, right?
I really recognize everybody.
Yeah, and you don't have Toshiro Bata.
Let me see.
Maybe it was a sick day for him.
They didn't have Toru Tanaka either, so it's all a miss.
Was he still alive then? Was 87? Oh, maybe he was. Yeah, he was. I think actually Tanaka was meant to play this role originally. I think he was the original cast-in choice for Tatsu.
I could have saw that, being a big hinchy type thing, but I like Tatsu.
Very
He plays
nice.
a good, silent, henchman when you can't have Bebop or
maybe he
Rocksteady.
was doing Running Man. Maybe he was doing Running Man at this point.
What was Running Man? Was that? No,
The
that
Running
was
Man.
early 80s. That was.
Was he in
Oh,
Running Man? I don't think he was in Running Man. Was
He
he?
was Toru
Not-
Tanaka. He was Sub-Zero
Not,
in.
you're talking about Sub-Zero.
Oh, sorry. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. I thought you were talking about.
Professor
No.
Toro tonight.
Sub-Zero. Now
Yeah.
just Zero.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
like 87, something like that. For
All right. Okay. All right.
Dun, 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 dun,
This big
Dun.
reveal for sure
dun.
right here.
Yeah, he just
Yeah.
walks in.
The lighting's perfect. The speech he gives is still amazing.
Money cannot buy the honor which you have earned tonight.
Right.
Yeah. Only discipline. No, you. What does he say? There's a line before that, and then he says, "Only discipline, loyalty, earn the right to wear the dragon doshi." It's like, I want you all to become full members of the. Yeah, you are here because the outside world rejects you. This is your
Morpheus
family.
know
I am
everything he
your father.
knows.
You are my children, or something like that. Yeah.
I am your father.
He's
It's like,
got-
you are my eyes and ears. Together we will find these turtles, or we'll punish these turtles, or whatever. Freaks of nature.
Reveals Splinter to show everyone that it's real.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Oh, look how awesome he is. That's
It's
super.
the shine they get on this, man. Just the
Right.
way they shot it is just menacing.
Yeah.
And that was just like some cheapo warehouse scene, and they just lit it and shot it. In a way
It's so
that-
good.
yeah,
It's so good.
It doesn't look like a direct-to-home video warehouse scene. Like it.
Yeah, that we've
They
seen
love
in all the direct-to-video ones. They knew what they were doing as far as visually too, not just script or anything else. They shot this well.
Well,
Right.
Textures.
that
I like when they're
director's-
watching the tortoise and the hare. He's like, just ninja kick the damn
Yeah.
rabbit.
Ninja kick the damn rabbit. Use that all the time.
What did Steve Barron go on to direct after this?
He made some
Anybody
other. I think he did another Jim Henson production.
Let's
He
see.
did some other movies, but like his music video career is just like
Yeah.
jaw dropping.
Did he get involved with
I
like
said,
the
"Take on me."
storyteller? Was it the storyteller that he did a couple of episodes
Oh,
on?
right.
Yeah, every
He directed Coneheads.
Okay,
Really?
Coneheads. I like Coneheads. That movie's fun.
that was probably his last movie.
No, he directed Supervised, 2019 superhero comedy film.
Supervised.
Hmm.
And then he directed in 2006 Choking Man. It's a drama. Rat.
Leave it.
Oh my gosh, some weird movies. Except for Coneheads, I don't know the other ones.
So he wrote
We
a
don't
bio-
need you.
he wrote
Good.
a biography, so y'all can order that and just only read the Ninja Turtle chapter. So
That's right.
Nothing
And
wrong
they're
with
eating.
that.
They're eating all the junk food. It's like fight,
Pork
fight.
rind?
Yeah, kitchen,
Pork rind.
kitchen. Pork rind. Yeah, pork rind.
All right.
All right. So here's where
Can't pick
Casey.
up a bag of them without saying that line. You know, I mean, it's like anytime I pick up a bag of pork rinds.
Pork rind.
This is very funny though.
Yeah.
Them watching it is funny
Ninja kick the damn rabbit.
because they're so pissed off with the turtles piss performance in here.
He's not
You're letting-
representing.
Yeah, you're letting them go right by you. Come on, Ninja kick the damn rabbit. Well, then they had Usagi Yojimbo.
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah,
So they right, and he's a samurai, not a ninja. So the ninja versus samurai.
One of the few that had a successful like spin-off from all that stuff with the Ninja Turtles doing the Usagi stories.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this. It's like, how you guys expect to beat me? And then there's a shit ton. He's like, good answer.
Answer.
Good answer.
Good answer.
Yeah. Now he lost both side here because they threw him off the side.
Yeah.
I remember being slightly not disturbed. Maybe that's not the right word, but I was definitely like, oh, like when they beat the living crap out of him, I was like, oh shit. And then when Splinter is bleeding and then Shredder comes and punches the crap out of him, and he's like, "What are these freaks? How can they fight like this?" And I'm like, holy shit, what the hell? Like Shredder was, the thing is, I thought Shredder was, look, let's face it, he looked cool in the cartoon, but I thought he was lame. I'm like, he's just lame to me. But in this movie,
that was Saturday
like,
morning rules. The cartoons had rules
Yeah.
that get even put on air. So that's not fair because they had to kind of dumb him down a little.
But it was too late, and he wasn't a skull guy like Skeletor. But like in this movie, I was like, holy crap, Shredder's the damn best.
He's a proper villain. Yeah.
I was sad that Casey Jones. I was like, no, don't crush me. He's got to come back. He's so awesome here.
Also shocking for a kids movie.
Yeah, he crushed him.
Yeah,
but it was like, in Casey's defense, it was a total accident. He said, he even said, he's like, whoops, and he fell. And,
whoops. Could have happened to anyone.
Could happen to anyone. Could exactly. So now here they're playing the jokes on each other with the. Oh yeah, this is great. What, he'll be probably dropping in any minute now.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I thought insurance salesmen were pushy.
Yeah.
A fellow chucker, eh?
This whole scene is gone in the well, I don't know if it was in the UK version. It's definitely gone in the German version. I was researching a little bit. This entire thing is cut.
Really? Like this is an iconic scene for what we grew up with.
Yeah, like
how many of us have hurt ourselves trying to recreate that scene? I know I've hit myself in the head with Muntaku trying to recreate some of those moves many times.
I've only broken the light. That's you know. I think I may have hit my leg sometime. Like I tried to do like, you know, go under, like go through, like, you know, do this, but this. Well, they go back and forth a couple rounds before he does the fake thing, which he spins it on the chain, which is like the laws of physics won't allow that. But
isn't that when Donatello does his big leap though? That Mike ducks down and then he jumps over top.
Yep.
And here's the Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune, dude.
That was in the trailer. I distinctly remember that.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Oh, here comes Casey Jones.
This scene and the fight in second time around is definitely lifted from one of the early comics. I'm trying to remember which one though. It's not issue 2, might be issue 3 or 4, but it's quite early in the run where they get defeated. Because I remember, because that was one of the few comics Turtle comics I actually picked up and bought. But and then they've lifted some panels straight out of it.
Awesome.
This is awesome. Yeah. And then he gets, I love the
electrocuted. Literally electrocute someone in this movie too. That guy's not alive now. He's still dead.
But it's implied. It's okay. You don't know.
Also, I'm pretty sure the building kind of collapses a little bit too. So I'm pretty sure more die.
Yep.
Let's do a quick update on the poll. We've got 17 votes. So 17 votes. We've got, so 71% are still at 5 out of 5. 4 out of 5, 6%. 3 out of 5 is now at 18%. So that went up. And so basically one person gave it a 4, one person gave it a 2, and then mostly everybody else gave it a 5. So we got a couple of 3s in there.
See, the problem there is
Michael Bay jumped in and did
you've cut out all the people who gave it a 6 out of 5.
Yeah, well, I was going to put 5 out of 5, 4.5 out of 5, 4 out of like I was gonna
4.9, 4.8.
Yeah, like I won't accept anything. I was gonna do, what was the one movie we were gonna do? Oh, I can't remember what we were gonna do. One of the movies that I was gonna put 5 out of 5, 5 out of 5, 5 out of 5, or 5 out of 5. Or I was like 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
4.9999 out of 5, 9.999.
5 stars. I love it. I love this. Casey Jones actually ended up being like even a fan favorite on the cartoon. Like you had all your Ninja Turtles and stuff, but Casey just kind of took everything and went nuts with that character design.
Well, you couldn't be a Ninja Turtle because they were mutants, right?
Yeah.
But you could be Casey Jones, so you felt like, oh, I could be Casey Jones.
I dressed up to him a couple times for Halloween.
Yeah,
well, yeah, because you go, it's a Jason mask or a Casey Jones mask. It just depends on how you want to accessorize. Butcher knife, horror, hockey stick, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's all that matters.
Well, in Canada, we definitely had our selection. There was, I had a mask that had the lines instead of the holes.
Yeah.
So you could do a more Casey Jones type approach versus having the holes or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, this is like Shredder's so great here.
He's Darth Vader. You know.
Yeah, look at this, putting the blades up to Splinter. That's cool.
He's still rocking his 80s shoulder pads, though.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's a power move, man.
It's only 90.
It's literally 90. 89 was last year. You don't change the fashion that
it still overflows into the next decade.
Yeah.
Also,
now, if it was 1993 and he was still rocking the shoulder pads, I'd be like, well,
it's a little different.
It's all right.
Pretty Woman's already out. You know,
it's time to retire him, you know?
Yeah.
It's time to
but
get hired.
There's another scene, it passes it so fast, is the fact that they lost the turtles, they got away. Shredder doesn't yell at Tatsu, but the way he stares at Tatsu and then walks away without saying anything, which causes them to rage and beat the shit out of the underlings. That's still awesome. Like you're like, I just pissed off the meanest man in the world, and I'm the second meanest man in the world. I'm going to go take it out on everybody. It's acting without words. Works so well.
Bad guy.
Yeah, this is where I would be leaving the Foot Clan. I'd be like, well, Tatsu just beat the shit out of everybody. I think I'm done.
Yeah. I'm gonna take my Dragon Duchi off.
That was his favorite guy too. I'm out. I'm not playing anymore.
Yeah, like what the heck?
I'm gonna go back and play video games. Can I demote myself?
He had to pick the best one to beat up. If he just took some other douchebag, nobody would have like it. That's what you do. That the alpha picks, the best one.
Well, he also picked the one that talked back to him, because he knocks the one foot soldier out. And then he jumps on, in the way, and that's like, you're showing compassion. So now I have even more reason to beat the shit out of you.
Just don't say anything. Just hide in the corner.
Yeah,
just be like, I'm over here.
Stay in the shadows, man. The ninja way. Stay in the shadows.
So poor Splinter here is just beaten up and bloody, and he speaks to Danny. And he gives them the better origin. The other, well, this is his origin. So he gave the turtles origin, and now he's giving his own origin, because we never really got his
Wolverine origin.
Yeah.
And the best part is when they got the little rat like practicing the martial arts moves like his master. As you see this little rat, like he's like, I remember watching this on VHS, and my sister was watching it. She was like, "What the fuck are you watching?" I'm like, "Job."
I'm watching a rat learn how to do karate. Yeah, right? Leave me alone, Jesus. What do you want, lady?
There's Casey Jones trying to fix the thing, and he's just like,
there's Judith Hogg looking sultry yet simple.
Yeah,
this is
just on the farm.
This is also a fun play on the dynamic between Casey and April, because any other movie, they'd be immediate love interests. She'd be, like we were saying, she's not the damsel in distress. So she's giving Casey shit back immediately. This entire playful interaction they're having, frustrating each other. And now, as an adult, you appreciate it even more watching it.
And it's not overplayed or stupid either. It doesn't go on forever. It's like one quick scene, and then they move it on.
It's called exaggerated flirting.
Yeah.
They're also probably aware that most of their fans think that girls have cooties, so
I did think that. Thank you. I did. Yeah. You don't want cooties.
Circle, dot, dot. Now I've got my cootie shot. So now I'm okay. Have you heard? Oh, you didn't know? You did not know how to get your cootie shot?
No.
Are you guys serious right now?
Canadian? That is, I've never heard that.
Oh my God, no, seriously? That is Canadian then.
Yeah,
okay.
I heard that.
It's circle, dot, dot. Now I've got my cootie shot. Yeah.
We used to have cootie resistant spray.
Charlie, that was rampant in my school when I was growing up.
I have no concept of what.
I mean, I'm from Ohio. It's Ohio. Maybe it's
a northern.
So John knows. So that is so odd.
Circle, dot, dot.
Circle, dot, dot.
Now I have my cootie shot.
Yeah, and you're good to go.
I grew up.
You're good to go.
Cooties. Like you just lived with it,
No.
It's like herpes. You just got it. That's
all. You know what it is. You know what it is? It's the free healthcare that in Canada. That's what it is.
You guys got all the vaccines and all that bullshit. We just had to deal with
the vaccine for cooties.
Yeah, because I went there, I was like, doctor, I think I like girls, but they have cooties. He's like, let me help you out, buddy. Let me help
I'm
you
pretty
out.
sure when I got my marriage license, they ask you if you have any diseases. I was like, cooties, obviously.
I've got cootie. I think I've got them. I might.
I got them for her. That's where they come from.
Now
I don't
you're
know what.
immune to the cooties.
Yeah, I was immune, man. I got the
I mean,
immunity.
like, still, you're an adult. What are you talking about?
I love that April can draw. Isn't this such a neat thing to throw
Not
in
only
there?
can she draw, she could draw well. Like she could be she could be
I
drawing
was
Ninja
hoping
Turtle
she could
comics.
draw like Kevin Eastman.
Yes.
You know,
No, that would have been neat. But it's cool that they transition it
Yeah.
to a scene. Now, here's the thing I was saying earlier. I would have liked to have seen Michelangelo's drawing. Like we didn't get to see Mikey drawn.
They cut that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of get it because they're trying to keep Michelangelo the fun-loving, playful character like the kids knew from the cartoon, because he gets depressed very badly. And I think they're on YouTube, and they may be on the 4K release we're getting, where you can see the scenes. It'll be coming up too that when Raph is on the roof yelling Splinter, that's not Raph. That was originally filmed as Michelangelo, and they dubbed it over in Raph's voice. It was Mikey basically losing his shit because he lost that anchor point. But that would have been
better.
They changed it all around. Yeah.
Because that ties into the scene where he didn't want to talk about it. He didn't want to even contemplate that as a thing that can happen.
And the next morning, him after having the vision, that's why he's crying the most. And then he tries to get back into the playfulness, and he does the turtle wax joke. So that's kind of like the moment everyone knew he was okay, because he hadn't been cracking jokes the whole time.
Oh, that's great.
You really have to watch everything around those scenes now when you find that out.
Yeah, there's I don't know how I'm going to freeze frame it, but it's
going to be next to impossible. But yeah,
there's a shot where we see Raphael, or we see Michelangelo. He's looking down depressed, and he's kicking and just walking off, I think.
Yep.
I don't know if I'll be able to get it exactly, but this
probably
is
not. But he's walking off by himself. He'd lose it. Because they make it like Donnie's now the one being more jokester, because they do the whole thing with him and Casey, insulting themselves with the alphabet. So they went through the alphabet.
Yeah, they went through it already because they'd started.
What letter are we on?
Is it called Gag Face? He's like
Gag Face for G.
Yeah, because when the scene starts, they were already on Z and all of that, right? Like they were already doing that, and then they started with A.
He's like, we are whose brain?
90s sounding insults ever.
Oh, it totally is.
Yeah, Gag Face or whatever. Like,
it would have been awesome if they'd seen Michelangelo's artwork and it looked like the Sistine Chapel.
Oh, Michelangelo.
Okay, so here's where. Okay, can we feel?
You're a hair away. There was the Mikey.
The Kodak moment.
Yeah,
that actually, if you look close, so that's the one where he opened his mouth. But the Mikey one, you can almost see his nunchucks in his belt in the back when he's standing on the roof. We just went that. I don't know if we're going to hit it again.
We'll never hit. We'll never hit it.
Yeah,
it's just not going to happen. Okay, that's fine.
So that's the training. That's
right.
I love the hat.
The cowboy hat.
Yeah.
Because he's in the country, man. He's got to be wearing the hat.
Chopping carrots with the canal.
Okay, that's Charlie, I'm with you on this one. I had the same in the theater. Me and my buddy Vic were like, "What? He's using the thing. That's so cool." It's like, oh, that is awesome.
Well, and it's also because they play off it slices, it dices, it makes julienne fries, and now he's actually making chopped
But
carrots.
that's what he would do. That's what Casey Jones would do.
100%.
He would take the katana and cut vegetables with it.
Yeah.
So which is more badass, cutting carrots with a katana or slicing your pizza with scissors?
Oh, the scissors and Cobra.
The scissors, because it's just odd.
The scissors are random. The scissors were still
random, odd, and awesome all at once.
That has to be the most asked question Stallone has ever gotten, and I don't know if he's ever actually answered it. It's just
and what the pre-shells do.
I don't want an answer. I don't want to know why he does that. I don't need to know. He just does it.
Cobra is the best parody of action films ever made. I think that Stallone intentionally made it over the top and insane in so many ways, because he was parodying the tropes of 80s action films. That's
Right.
just my take. No one agrees with me,
No, it's-
but
I mean,
I
I
can
can
live
see
with
that. I would see it more had he not done Tango and Cash After, which is
Yeah.
literally a parody of every action movie that came out.
Oh,
But
well,
I can see it. It's hyper visualized in Cobra.
yeah.
For sure.
I legitimately like when we talked about this already on the
Yeah, we did.
actually
Cobra.
War Room segment a while back, but I love Cobra. I think it's like 10 out of 10. I think it's like pretty damn awesome. Like I don't know.
Oh hell, absolutely.
Like yeah, go ahead, John.
I wouldn't say like I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just I didn't take it as a parody. I just took it as a hybrid of Stallone making an action meets slasher and merging them together. And I mean, there is over the top moments in it, but at the same time, I thought it was, and like if we got the version that they were, the version we'll never see, I think that's even better. Or would have been better, like in terms of experiencing that stuff.
Sexy time with the massage.
Here's the massage.
His fingertips
Listen.
get real low. Okay.
I don't know. It's just like you could just see mom sitting with their kids in the theater, being like, she's like, you could just see the mom. Wait, should I? Okay.
Yeah.
He's
My
like,
mom's already mad at the movie. Any excuse to turn this thing off?
Right?
In case he
He
almost
said,
got it turned off
"Damn!" Now
on
he's
me.
trying to fill up this chick. What's
He
going
said,
on?
"Damn!"
with this?
Twice. He did it twice. You got away with once, and then he did it again.
He screamed, "Damn!"
Yeah, there's
Oh, I love this part when he's meditating. That's what Leonardo would do. He's meditating. He's like,
Yes. and he gets the connection. That's cool.
Yes. He's the leader. That's why. There's a reason why he's the leader. I mean, Raphael might get pissed because he is, but that's why Leonardo's the leader.
Right.
Yeah, Leo, we all think he's I don't think. I know.
Yeah.
This is cool, getting the meditation here.
If there's a dry eye anywhere where someone's watching this scene, I will punch
Not
that
at all.
person in the
And I
face
just
with
love the
my
reaction
eye.
of them once the apparition goes away, and they're all just like they're how excited they are and happy and like and they're freaking in turtle outfits, but it's so realistic.
And
Absolutely.
the camera hovers longer on the Mikey reaction
Yeah.
at the end of this, and that's when Donnie puts his hand on his shoulder and
Yes.
everything. So yeah, but I love this scene. This scene.
Yeah, it's great. And he goes like, "Yeah, now I love you all, my sons." And then
Yeah.
and then the way that they do it, where it's like it's time to go back, boom, and then it's like the music hits like dun, 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 and they're going back. That's all. The thing is, the editing on here is so good, not just with the fights, but the general editing, where it's just even the transition with the photos to transition to that. That's a cool thing. But even just like they end that with Casey Jones when he comes in to save them, it's like they're getting beat up, so we can really use Raph right about now, and it's being kind of silly, like it's got that goofy music, and it's kind of being a bit goofy, and they're spitting water and whatever, and then it gets serious because they're getting their asses kicked, and then it's like it just cuts, and then it's like dun, dun, and it actually plays like this music for his entrance. You're like, oh shit, here we go, because it's getting serious. It was all fun in games, like they're hit using symbols and it's all cute, but then it's like we're getting our asses kicked.
They're
like,
losing, and it changes the tone of everything.
Well, you notice like they take the seriousness out of the foot beating up Raphael too, because then they show him pulling him down the stairs. He's like, and his head's hitting the stairs. So it's like okay, so it's like this is serious, but like they're kind of toning it down.
They had to find that balance.
Exactly.
It's still a PG movie directed at kids,
So all of the German stuff, I read this. It all has goofy sound effects, like boing, 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 like it's all weird to tone it to make it seem not as bad,
like 60s Batman type sound effects.
Right. To make it seem, it's all just fun and games. It's like they're just playing around. It's like they're getting their ass kicked. Like Raphael got beaten to death pretty much within an inch of his life. Well, there's Mikey.
There it is. They close up on this, which is insane.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But look at the puppetry. Look at the expression on that face.
Good.
Yeah, which is it's just levers and pulleys under latex rubber, right?
Yeah.
Like Henson had a whole team of guys standing off to the side working the controls and those things.
What it was like
incredible.
5 to 7 guys per turtle or something like that.
Like a team of
especially for the close-ups, there was a lot more of that.
Here's the scene where he talks about his professional hockey career or whatever. It's like, I could have been professional. I could have been somebody. It didn't work. So again, they had a serious moment. Now these two are having a bit of a serious moment.
Yep.
But then it's time to go back.
Yeah, it's time to go back, and then they go back. I love how he's like in the suit now. Was it who messaged me the? Oh no, that was Uvian who messaged saying you're a claustrophobic. He's like, what? I've never even looked at another guy.
Yeah.
That took a while for 10-year-old Charlie to understand that joke. Okay.
It's a real blinking you miss it moment, that joke.
Yeah.
And then he's like, he goes, no, he goes, you're afraid of enclosed spaces. I don't think, what's funny is that he uses that excuse to immediately leave. He's like, well, I don't have to take this stuff about being afraid. First of all, it was 1 second, one line, 1 second, and then you take off. Like, it's like it's like the fakest rage reaction ever. Like, well, I'm just going to go sleep in the truck. I don't care.
Yeah,
like,
I'm
okay.
going to go sleep in my truck in the middle of New York with the window rolled down. That's
while it's raining.
While it's raining. That's more ballsy than sleeping in the sewer one night.
Well, maybe he was upset because he was getting overacted by a bunch of animatronic turtles. Maybe
he's getting showed up. Yeah.
Wonder why he didn't come back for part 2, but he came back for 3. Like,
yes, but he doesn't do anything really in 3. He's just
an awesome babysitter and teaches them about hockey.
That is really funny.
All that fucking matters.
Yeah.
And that's what I still say Eva Kriva whenever they're like turn the TV on and hockey's playing and they're all huddled around the television like it's magic.
Yeah.
I fucking love it. Okay. That's all we're gonna say about it.
There he is,
trapped in the truck.
I wanted to say this too. He folded the picture. I was like, no, you're folding it. Don't do that. It's like, just because I'm a collector. I'm like, no, you don't.
Yeah, you're supposed to roll it.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's like, oh, there's Jay and his collector. It's like, no, you got to roll it.
Don't do that.
Don't do it.
It puts lines in it. Stop it.
But look at the writing, though. Because Casey Jones does this, he's able to see where the kid goes.
Yes.
Right. So if he hadn't have gone up here, they would have lost them, right?
Yeah.
Because he was afraid of small spaces, he sleeps in the van. Because he's sleeping in the van, he sees Danny sneak out.
Yeah, that's right. That's yeah, you're right. That's again, yes, that's great. Yeah, because of that. Yeah. So he gets up. He's like, I'm your family. I'm your father. He's like, all right, fine, I'll go back. Casey follows. He's like, wow, look at all these cool video games.
Casey blends in perfectly too.
Like, yeah, he does.
His normal look looks like a dude that belongs there, except he's 40. That's all. It's the only different.
He's in 30s. We'll get 30s.
Maybe mid-30s.
Mid to late 30s.
Oh, there's Orokosaki.
Looking like a rock star.
There's the rat or whatever, scratching and clawing. There's the cage.
Yeah.
Yep.
Casey versus Shredder. I think Casey would have gotten killed. Casey would have gotten his ass handed to him big time.
I like how it was grainy too, like because it's the flashback.
It's it's old, yeah. It's
yeah, because it's shown like this is in the past.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is cool. They did the grainy effect that scene. So there goes. You wear his symbol on your brow.
Yep.
What are you doing here, boy? It's like it's the tall man. Casey takes the outfit.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't do anything, Shredder. I was just hanging out down here. Listen, kid, you're a lying sack of shit. I got your number.
Yeah, right. Do you think I believe what you're saying?
Eating the big apple.
Yep.
All right, now they're going to take him down, and then here comes Tatsu.
I love this part too because like when Casey comes into the room and he sees Splinter for the first time, at first he's like, all right, where's the keys? Because he's like, he already saw the turtles. He's like, why not a big rat? Okay, give me the keys.
Of course it is, and then just all right, let's get to work.
Yeah, he learned. He's figured it out. He's like, okay, that's one of them. Here comes Tatsu.
Good storytelling because they've given Casey something to do, right? They've given him an important function in the story, while the turtles have to deal with basically the vanguard of the Foot Clan and Shredder, right? So that's really effective use of storytelling and characters.
Yeah, they had to get the rescue in without deviating from what you're saying, where the turtles had to go face every Foot. That's why Tatsu has the kids. There's no Foot Clan left in the building because they're all after the turtles right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Casey can sneak in and he's got to fight Tatsu, but so it's like, he goes a little privatine might help clear. Yeah,
That's it right there.
Yeah, that's it.
Keys, they could just like produce them like, yeah, I got the keys.
Yeah, the keys are just there. I mean, at this point in time, I don't think Shredder even cares. He's like, I'm just gonna, because Shredder's now in this mode of like, I'm just gonna go in there, take care of them myself, and nobody has ever given Oroko Saki even one hint of trouble. He's basically obliterated any opponent. Hamato Yoshi was the only one that maybe had a chance. He's dead. Basically, he's Retsudo or whatever. I don't know whatever comics you're reading, whatever Japanese guy you want. He's that guy. No one can beat him. So it's like, okay, whatever. I don't even care. He's like, kill the rat. Who cares? The keys were produced a little bit quickly. It's like, oh, they're right there. Okay, well, whatever.
It's a comic
Can
trope, cartoon trope.
Can I point out one thing?
Yeah.
Okay, someone leveled this criticism at this film a while back, some stream I was listening to, and there's a bit of validity to it. But because the film has so much else going on, I just don't care. And the criticism is this, is what was the Shredder's overall plan? To continue stealing TV sets and appliances like for forever and ever? Like he doesn't have, there's no sense of a greater plan. I'm going to take over the city. I'm going to run for, mayor. Who knows? There's no sense of a greater plan. But I don't think the story needs one, to be honest.
No, but I do. Go ahead,
Charlie.
Charlie, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that this version of Shredder is going off of like Gangland Underground. It's not about being seen. His whole thing is to be invisible yet have all the power. So if you're making money doing it that way, I mean, they're not going to do like come out and say we're selling crack to kids in this movie, but we're going to steal TVs, we're going to steal VCRs, we're making money. Shredder's not really getting his hands dirty. He's influenced the police already. He's got his own little empire going on right there.
Well,
so
also
he doesn't. Yeah,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say he doesn't need to take over the city. He already has, in a sense.
Yeah.
Well, I was just gonna, he's building an army, though.
That's
yeah.
So,
but for what?
So we never know what if he. I'm sure he had a bigger plan, and his bigger plan is probably getting like these kids, and then, it's a means to an end. Stealing shit and getting the money, like Charlie said, but he's building an army, and he's probably going to eventually try to take over something, whether it be New York City or something. But
he got the streets, sucker.
Yeah. This could be like year 2 or 3 of his start too. So it takes a while to build that shit up, man. You can't post in the paper 1-800-INCH, man.
I think it's a fair criticism to point out, but I don't think it diminishes the story in any way.
I don't think it does either.
No, you know the good guys, you know the bad guy, you know what has to happen, right?
Yeah, he's corrupting the youth, but I'm telling you, we got the streets, sucker, right? We're going by warriors. It's like he is building an army, and the thing is that he's doing it organically.
Scenario with like a sky beam and all that other crap.
Sorry, Ross.
Yeah,
sorry,
you don't need that.
It doesn't have to be an end of the scenario, end of the world thing with a sky beam and all that. Just there's street level action,
just crime.
He's probably putting more of like what they do with the cartoons, where Shredder is trying to get world domination or anything like that pushes those stories along in cartoons, just like Cobra Commander or Skeletor wanting to take over, Castle Grayskull or Eternia. If you're putting that kind of storyline on it, okay, I can go with it. But the movie is, while there's still turtles and rats and everything else there, it's still a very realism based storyline going on here,
and he's using these kids like to make him to better himself. Like he feels like he's forming this army, he's getting these kids and everything, and he's like in his warped sense, like because what happened to him in the past, he's doing it to build himself up because he's like, I'm in charge. These might be just freaking local street thugs and shit, but I'm in control, So
and ultimately they're throwaways to him.
Yeah,
he gives them that big speech about you're part of this family,
right? They don't care.
There's a reason they all look the same,
And here's the real speech where he says the Shredder uses you. He poisons your mind to obtain that which he desires.
And they're all
cares nothing for you or the people you hurt, right?
And they're like, damn.
But then they're like, we're a fit. But the guy does look. The guy, okay, you know what the other thing is? The guy does question it. Sam Rockwell does question
Yes.
it, because I like that. I hate when there's got to be pushback. It's people. You don't just say it and walk away. He says, no, the Shredders, we're a family, right?
Yes.
And then Casey Jones, like, you're calling
call
that
this
down
family?
here. Look at all this
Yeah.
crap. Like, this
Yeah.
is your family. Like, come on, it's stupid. And you're like, yeah, okay. And Danny, because Danny betrayed or showed ultimate loyalty by betraying his friends and his family to Shredder, they probably thought, oh, this guy's super in, because he was wearing the headband without actually doing the martial arts portion. So he obtained the loyalty he obtained it through loyalty, not through the discipline or the fights or whatever. So they're like, this kid, is pretty up there. And he's like, yeah, I'm done with this. So they're like, well, he's leaving. Maybe this isn't that cool, right? And also Tatsu just got defeated. He's supposed to be the best. And also he treated those guys like shit earlier. So some of these guys are like, maybe this isn't that awesome, right?
Well,
like maybe
we were joking, like, I'm out of here as soon as Tatsu kicked that guy's ass.
Well,
we're joking about that's what we would say. That's taking them a chance to break that brainwashing that's going on with them.
And Tatsu's such this badass throughout the movie, and then Casey hits him once with a golf club, and it's like, oh, okay, that's cool.
Great.
And then when they see that, they're like, "Oh, wait a second, he's not the best.
We're not the baddest of the
he's
bad.
Not
We're
bad.
not.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, this is great. Where he does
I love this scene. Like, this is the best. Like, the fight scene here is awesome. And you notice, like, he's got the swords, and he's slicing guys with his swords. They're not showing like what it's doing to them, but it's like that's what I love about it too, because you got that grittiness in it. He is hitting them with the swords, and he's hitting them the right way with the swords.
But then all the music cuts.
Yes. Oh no, he makes his entrance. His feet come down.
Oh,
and it's like,
drop.
Here comes badass now. Yeah. And not only that, he's got what does he say? He's like, I bet he doesn't need a can opener.
Yeah.
Maybe all that hardware is for making coleslaw.
Yeah.
But he's like, he goes, you fight well.
Yeah.
In the old style, but now you face the Shredder. It's like the Shredder. It's like maybe all that hardware is for making coleslaw. Yeah, but then I love when they're like, at what point
did we lose
control here?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, maybe someone ought to tell them that we're the good guys.
Love that. Well, and it shows the cockiness of them thinking one-on-one, we can take this guy. We're the best. We've been trained. And he does very little movements in dispatching them as well. So it shows the power and how skilled the Shredder is compared to him.
Yeah, and Leonardo like leaps at him with his swords. He just gets out of the way and whacks him in the back of his shell. And like
here's the big question was Leo versus Raph. It was answered in 2007's animated, but in this one, Leo was the only one to take a hit point off of Shredder. He did nail him with one hit.
Yep.
He did. Yep.
He nails him with one hit. I thought that I was like, oh shit, he got him. And I was like, oh fuck, he got him. And then it's like, no. Oh shit. I was like, oh, this was like a legit like fight. It's like the Turtles. Yeah, they're great, but they're not Splinter. There's still a lot to learn. They're teens. Yeah. And yes, they're fighting other teens. So it's teens versus teens, the four of them with their superior strength, right? With being the mutations and their superior training, the quantity and the quality of the training versus the training that they got. They can destroy the foot, but now it's the Shredder. It's like, and I like that. It's just like the size is like, it's like what the shit. That's it for Raph. And it's like Michelangelo done. It's like everybody. It's like Leo split. You're like, what the hell? That's it for these guys. They're done.
And all of that for basically, it's the same trope. All of that for one drop of blood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's really what it ultimately comes down to. So even as a kid, you're watching like four of these guys couldn't take on the Shredder.
Right.
This is why I can't beat that fucking video game. Because I got the Shredder.
There's the other Chinese golden harvest movies where it takes like 2 or 3 guys to take down the final villain.
Sometimes. Oh, dude, 5 Element Ninja or Super Ninjas
Iron
or whatever you want,
or any of those.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's like in that 5 Element Ninja, we should cover that. All of them are attacking. I've never seen they're at once, and the guy's destroying the crap out of them. You're like, and that's what the big brothers are like.
I've seen Americans complain about, or Westerns complain about that. It's like, dude, it's not fair. It's like 3 against 1. It's like, look at the one guy that they're fighting. He's totally badass.
Yeah. Oh, this Shredder is just like the best, man. Like he destroys them. And then I love And this is great too, like doing the who's going to go next. Okay, at what point did we lose control here?
But then notice when Splinter shows up and then how he dispatches Shredder.
Oh, and he used Michael. And okay, again, look at how brilliant this is. They throw their weapons, but one of the nunchucks gets caught in the railings.
Yeah,
and then he keeps that behind. And Shredder made the same mistakes. Shredder underestimated him, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's just a stupid rat. How good could he really be? And then he spin. Oh, that was awesome. But
also, you've paused on a great scene here too. Shredder's back's turned to him.
Yeah, he doesn't even care. This entire segment, he's walking around relaxed. Like he's like, okay, I guess
He's
that was a problem.
monologuing. Yeah, he's monologuing.
and he's giving him time to regroup. He's like,
He doesn't care.
He's like, come at me again. Take your time. Catch your breath. Relax. Yeah. Okay, come on again. Let's go.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, Shredder makes this. He elevates this. Yeah.
He baits them.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. He baits
rat.
them.
It has a name. It had a name.
You lie. Yeah, it is like,
there it is.
Do I?
You lie. And then it's like, he goes, do I? Oh, and actually Shredder didn't lie because he really did think, because the standing order was
told them to get rid of him. Yeah. So,
so he thinks he's telling the truth. Yeah, this is all great. This entire sequence where they're jumping in and trying to attack him and he's just destroying them. Like, and here's where Leo does get one shot on him in here. But then I like these leftover guys. That was funny.
Yeah, leftovers.
But because, check this out. RR, I'm using your because thing. I'm now going to use that all the time and pretend I made it up. Because, remember that
I borrowed it, so.
Okay, yeah. Remember when I created? I'm gonna Stan Lee it. Remember when I created the because thing? So no, because there's leftovers. Casey Jones takes the truck, knocks over, but because he took the truck and got into position, right? Shredder can fall into, and because Shredder fell into it, right? So it's all of that stuff happens. That is awesome. He goes and knocks them over. That's funny. Here they are.
Writing.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. The nunchucks right there. We got to see that.
Yep. He just made them throw the weapons.
Throw your weapons.
Raph he throws it and he doesn't know what to do with his hands either. At that moment, his hands are just like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do right now.
They're so frustrated. Again, the suit actors, animatronics, all that, they're frustrated, and you can see it's like shit. We got screwed here. Yeah, we don't know what to do.
The body language. Hey.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than realizing you're not as good as you thought you were.
Yeah. Let me see if I can try to freeze frame to where that was. Yeah, there you go.
So in
if
the
you're looking at martial artists,
how did they work around the nunchucks, which play a really important?
So some of them, I think, because the nunchucks don't hit anybody in that scene, it's just like they spin around and grab them. I guess they kept that part in. They just tried to limit the use of them. So that scene where the two guys go face to face, that clearly, like literally, you're like, oh, I'm getting nunchucks. Like, I mean, it's like I'm walking. I literally walked out of this theater, and when my mom drove me home, and then I went to my grandfather, I was like, make me these. He's like, okay, and then he did anything I wanted. So he made that
scene before you'd seen Enter the Dragon.
Oh,
I did.
I
didn't watch Enter the Dragon until a lot later.
Okay, so this was your first cool nunchuck scene, right?
I'm not sure, Ross. You're it's a great question. Because I saw Enter the Dragon as a kid. Bruce Lee. I'm not day one. Obviously, I can't be day one, but I was day one from when I saw him as a little kid.
Right.
I didn't watch as much martial arts movies growing up, so this was kind of like you could almost say intro to martial art movies and being like, I like this, and start watching. Oh wow.
Yeah, that's right. This would be a movie for a lot of kids, right?
Yeah,
sure.
I think of Game of Death as more the cool nunchaku scene, between Bruce Lee and Dan Inosanto.
Yeah, but see, we wouldn't have seen. Like
I was 10 at this point, so I'm not
able
to watch those movies. So this would have if I had caught it on a Saturday matinee type thing that was playing on cable, but to a legit martial art movie, Ninja Turtles probably one of the first ones I ever saw growing up.
But it's a legit martial arts movie.
It really is. Like this is the more, even as I've gotten older, like you pointed out, this is legit martial artists going on out here.
Yeah, and it's the same kind of story that they would have told in Hong Kong through Golden Harvest movies.
Yep.
So.
And this also, I like this because it kind of punctuates Splinter's lesson to even the Turtles is Splinter doesn't attack Shredder.
Mm-hmm.
He does a defensive move to get out of the way and uses Shredder's weight and everything against him. So it's not Shredder would have annihilated Splinter if he actually tried to attack him. Like I believe that, but Splinter's smarter than that. And it's almost like this is another lesson for the Turtles to witness is how he took out it.
Yeah, and I love that Shredder doesn't try to listen to his crap. He starts taking out a knife. It's like he goes, when you die, it'll be, and he just like, I don't care. You know, it's like, it's very subtle, but like he doesn't care about your little speech that you're saying. He's like, I don't care about you. You don't mean anything, right? You're some stupid rat. And then he tries to, you know, he just tries to get a knife. Like literally while Splinter's telling him the big moral here, he's like, I don't care. He's trying to get the knife out.
It's the scorpion and the turtle. You're holding my life with your hands and I'm going to sting you.
Yes.
I'm going to hit you with this. Also, Splinter's talking about honor, which is something Shredder has been preaching to his minions this whole time, but it just shows Shredder doesn't care about honor because he has none.
Yes. That's right. I agree. That was good. You're right. No, it's a bunch of crap. And he says the Shredder uses you. It's a bunch of garbage. The Shredder doesn't care about anything. It's
the last thing Splinter says, and you will die without honor as he falls into the garbage truck.
And then he gets crushed.
And then he gets crushed accidentally.
Yeah. It's a complete accident. It's
totally accidental.
Yeah.
He says,
I think the truck was already crushing trash automatically.
I
Honestly.
know. I think Casey tried to stop it.
Right.
Yes, Casey tried to stop it.
Nobody thought so. It didn't happen.
Death for laughs.
That's right.
Death for laughs. That's good.
But this is I didn't know this till a lot later. Was they killed Shredder in the first comic?
They did kill him.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, so this is kind of like they're playing on that, going, we're going to kill the greatest villain ever in the first movie. We'll bring him back as Kevin Nash later, but we're going to kill him in this movie.
There's a great sign at one of the wrestling events. This kid was holding up a sign saying Nash fears turtles.
Oh.
I was like, that's hilarious. But at that time, nobody knew that Kevin Nash was Super Shredder. No. So it was like a super in. Like that was like a super.
You had to
be
reading the credits all the way down and realize there was another tagline for Super Shredder, Kevin, and it might have even been his real name if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
I'd have to watch it again.
No,
so
it doesn't say Kevin Nash. It says something close to it.
Yeah, it's his actual name.
Forgot his real name.
Yeah,
I used to like NWO was like my favorite. Why am I blanking on his name? Anyways, yeah. Well, he was also in DOA, and he was in a bunch of others, and he's the Russian and
Russian and Punisher. Yep.
And he actually got stabbed for real, and then continued on filming. Like really?
Yep. That would have terrified me.
Did you know that RR or?
No, I did not. I did not know that. That is a good bit of trivia.
Yeah, in that Punisher movie, he got stabbed. He actually did get stabbed, and he just.
Which one are we talking? Is that Punisher Warzone or Punisher Dolph Lundgren?
Thomas Jane.
Thomas Jane. I have to say that's my least favorite of the Punisher films.
Me too.
Yes,
I agree.
I like it.
I'm a Punisher fan. I love it.
I like it.
It's fine. Remember that issue where he walked around with a fake fire hydrant to like pretend the guy was cheating on his wife? Like it's like the dumbest shit ever. It's like just shoot them. Like I don't understand what you're doing. You're not the framer. He
hasn't become the full.
No. That's
the popsicle bit came from the comic though.
I know, and those comics all suck. I have those comics. No, those comics suck. That's not the real. That's the fake Punisher.
Listen. Charlie will defend number 2 of the Turtles films. I will defend the Punisher to my.
The Punisher, but it's.
I'll defend it. I like it. It was fun.
It's difficult to do. Okay, we should do that. Get Owen to do that Punisher.
Bring it on.
But just to forewarn you, both Sean and I super don't like it. So like. you'll be facing me versus Sean is fun because it's like we'll just yell at each other. But if we're together, do you really want both of us yelling?
We've been there. We've been there before.
Charlie and I are going to be wrapping our hands in wraps and dipping them in.
You're gonna go for it.
Yeah,
that's right.
Listen,
I'm gonna have caramel and gummy bears and sprinkles. I'm going Charlie.
We're gonna smack them together, have it all fly off. That's right.
I'm not.
And we're gonna be barefoot, so when it hits the ground, we're gonna step on it and be like, "That's."
I'm not confident. I think the two of you as a tag team are very good. I don't think Sean and I can be defeated, to be honest. But in any case, we should try it. Sean and I are the heavyweight champions. We're the mega powers.
Let's talk to Owen about. I don't know. Can Owen handle the four?
I don't know if he's going to be if he can handle it.
I know. Last week he was just sitting back watching us yell at each other.
But that was
true.
That was the mega powers explode. That was like Sean and I went both different ways or whatever, and then and Sean was just being a dick and I told him afterwards, like, you're just being a dick just to be
Sean just goes, it's ridiculous. That's all he said.
That was but I did like teaming up with John. I thought because John and I we hardly ever team up, so it was a good team up. I thought we did our best.
It was fun.
We did our best.
It was like a WrestleMania moment.
Yeah. I really did my best. I unfortunately the movie's really not that great, so I couldn't win, but we tried our best.
I don't think I lost. In my mind, I didn't lose.
No, we lost, John. But we lost. But it was okay. The two other guys were just it did not warrant all of this.
Two other guys. I'm sitting right fucking here, man.
That's right. You're sitting there.
Sean's not here.
That's right. The other two fellows were real mean. That's all it boiled down to. We exposed their mean. They're mean. I, on the other hand,
at least this is a film we all agree on. Like, this is a film that we, I think, very, very largely agree on about how enjoyable and also how reasonably well written and performed, because there are no really big name actors in this movie. Nobody.
Yeah, not really.
Right? No, not really. There's no like top of the movie poster name.
Hey, they had Corey Feldman.
So. That's true, as the voice.
Yeah, in a voice though, right? So you've got to think this movie is carried. The story and the characters and the concept carry this film more than the names of the actors, right? So, and it's an independent film. So a bit of trivia, right? Bit of trivia, ready? So this film was massively successful, right? $13.5 million budget, $200 million in the can. Wasn't distributed by any of the big distributors. There was a little indie distributor who picked this up called
FHE.
New Line Cinemas.
New Line
Cinemas. Who also distributed a little indie movie we all know called Lord of the Rings. Mortal Kombat goes without saying. Yep. New Line Cinemas did this one. So I think
this movie succeeds because there's no star power in it. If you had somebody who was a big name, it would have took away from what he was doing.
I agree with you. I think you're right.
I agree with that.
The star power are the Ninja Turtles.
Yes, like they're the stars. Yes.
They're the stars because they were already something out in the public eye and had somewhat of a fan base started. Right. So
the star power and the turtle power.
And TRTL
power. I'll say this though, right? For a Batman movie, the casting of Batman is quite crucial, right? People will get fired up about it. It's controversial. It's popular casting. I don't know, but the casting here didn't matter.
Yeah,
I disagree. I think with like the top of the line DC stuff, if an unknown plays that character right, like Christopher Reeve did, that's a star making role.
Oh yeah. I would
but in marketing the film, right?
The character of the movie now. With an indie movie, like had it not been for the cartoon already like making this the biggest thing ever with kids, it probably wouldn't have worked.
It would have struggled.
Nothing before, and you went directly from comic to independent movie.
Yeah,
Ninja Turtles wouldn't have worked.
Oh, this would have bombed ass.
Yeah,
There's-
totally.
Yeah, same thing with Rocketeer.
It would have been a
That's part
different
of what,
movie
Like,
without
nobody
the
knew what
cartoon.
Rocketeer was except for
Yeah.
a few comic fans. But like, if you made Batman or X-Men, like even X-Men, people were going like, I don't know who this Hugh Jackman guy is, and then there were rumors like, oh, he did like theater. I don't want to say
Actually-
I seen Wolverine in my X-Men movie, and then he ended up being perfect. It was a star-making
Yeah.
performance.
So Rob Liefeld, who talked to Hugh Jackman a bunch on sets and whatnot. Hugh Jackman was told, and Hugh Jackman has said this, I believe, on an interview. His agent at the time of X-Men said, "Don't tell anyone you're in this movie."
Yeah.
Like, because this will be like in and out. No one's going to care. It's a stupid superhero thing. And they're terrible. Don't tell anyone you're even in this. We'll just concentrate on your, say you're a theatrical actor or whatever.
He
It's like,
did that in an interview, like confirmed it. That
yeah.
one of the things he said. But I mean, let's be fair. Michael Keaton was poo-pooed whenever they announced.
Yeah.
him being Batman.
So what I wanted to say, Ross, I agree with what you're saying, but what RR is saying is that the scrutiny is way high, right? So anytime someone's cast as Batman, who's this guy? Who's this Batman? Who's playing Batman? Because it's like, because even with the villains,
that's the internet now. When this was made, it was just strictly like, who's the audience for this? Who's the audience for this? It wasn't like 2,000 YouTube channels criticizing dogpiling on it.
No, it was, you mean for Ninja Turtles or for Batman?
Like,
Because Batman was.
Huh?
You mean for Ninja Turtles?
The comics industry, or like when I was getting Comics Buyer's Guide and they announced Michael Keaton, it was like he had been known for Beetlejuice and Mr. Mom, and everyone
lost their minds, thought it was garbage.
But then they said Jack Nicholson's playing the Joker, and that calmed everybody the hell down. And then they showed that trailer, and then it was like Batmania.
Yeah.
With that
But
trailer.
as a kid of that time, I didn't know who Jack Nicholson was. So I thought I'd heard the name. Oh yeah, my mom would be like, "Oh, he's a good actor." I was like, "Okay, I don't care because I don't care about the Joker. He's a guy in white makeup. I care about who Batman is." And Batman is Beetlejuice. I'm like, that's weird because I loved Beetlejuice. I watched it 4,000 times, and I was like, that's gonna be Batman. That's kind of stupid. And then when I saw Batman, I thought it was awesome. So that's why I don't really get too worked up. Even when they're like, Ben Affleck will be Batman or George Clooney will, I don't get worked up because I'm like, let me see the movie because I was wrong on Michael Keaton really badly.
Right.
So I give everybody a shot. I mean, I thought Gal Gadot, I thought, oh man, she's really skinny. She's pretty skinny. Like, I don't know. Like, and I watched the Linda Carter show and she is the real, but I absolutely love both Wonder Woman movies with her. They're my favorite of the Snyderverse movies. So I really liked her. So there you go.
But having said that, even Corn Sweater, he turned out to be really good, and I've never seen or heard of that.
Did he?
Well, he was in Pearl. Let's finish Turtles because I gotta end the stream in like 2-3 minutes. So okay, they kiss here. They play 9.95. I like how she's like, "Will you just kiss me? I've got a report to do." That was good.
Yeah.
She really got tough because here she complains to her boss saying, "I want a better office. I want more money." Right. So she stands up to him, and then she initiates the kiss. So this is really good for April because
she's a strong woman role model.
Strong female character.
Strong female character alert. Strong female character alert. Runaway.
Girl boss, though.
She's not a girl boss. No. She's because she's a real character, and we already know Casey Jones is badass, so he doesn't lose credit, right? Like they did in a great way.
He just killed the Shredder, supposedly
accidentally. He tried to save the Shredder. If you interpret it one way, he tried to save the Shredder.
Comedically, he killed the Shredder.
And then I like he's like, "I have always liked Cowabunga.
I
made a funny."
Yeah. And then who memorized the song? Because I did. I memorized the rap. I could do the whole thing, no problem.
Go on then.
Yeah, right. I don't know if I can do it all right
now.
Let me
TRTL Teenage Mutant Ninja on the half shell. They're the heroes for in this day and age. Who could ask for more? The crime wave is high with muggings mysterious. All police and detectives are curious because they can't find the source of this lethally evil force. This is serious. So give me a quarter. I was a witness. Get me a reporter. Call April O'Neil in on this case, and you better hurry up. There's no time to waste. We need help like quick on the double. Have pity on the city, man. It's in trouble. We need heroes like the Lone Ranger when Tonto came pronto when there was danger. He didn't say we'd be there in half an hour because they displayed turtle power to you. Then what's the next thing? Ah.
That was awesome by itself. Well done.
If I could listen
Yeah.
to it, I could sing with it, but I can't do it off head like
Can
you're
you do
doing.
the ninja rap though?
Yeah.
Well, go Ninja, go Ninja, go.
Go, Ninja, go.
I don't know if there's much to that song.
There's not a lot of lyrics. He starts out with some
that's
lyrics
like,
and it breaks down.
That's like, can you do the lyrics to
He
the
stops,
Animal Batman
collaborates, and
stuff?
listens.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask this because this is very important, especially to someone like in the Americas. I want to know if the Canadians or whoever else would have had it. When I got this on VHS, this was one of the few movies I would never fast forward through the previews because you got the baseball commercial of the kids playing baseball and then going to Pizza Hut afterwards. I would watch it religiously. Then there was a weird movie trailer for some weird dysfunctional family movie that I was like, I want to see this, and I never saw it, and then found out it got renamed after release, and it's not even the same name. But these two trailers are seared into my brain. If I stream Ninja Turtles without a VHS, I go on YouTube and watch those two trailers because you can go YouTube them right now, just so I feel like that it's part of this movie to me.
Right. It's
but
experience.
those that know the baseball commercial, and then it ends with them going to Pizza Hut at the end, and it's heartwarming. And I was curious if Canada got that on their VHS.
I don't remember because I would have I was like, even when I would rewind in such a way because you could see the timer go back, and I would rewind in such a way that it would stop so I wouldn't have to fast forward the next time. Because I was like, I would never even watch credits. And the one time I left the reason I started watching credits is I left Masters of the Universe on one day. The movie had ended, and we kept on VHS, and I kept letting it play, and then Skeletor came back at the end, and I was absolutely stunned because I'd watched Masters of the Universe 4,000 times. I was like, what?
You know how I found it? I saw that because I realized same circumstance, different movie tape. I walked away from a movie that had been playing, and I came back in, and the VCR was rewinding. If it got to the end, our VCR would rewind the tape automatically. So as a kid, I went, well, shit, I don't even need to worry about it. I'm just going to go do something. And I caught the Skeletor scene, and I'm like, this is the greatest thing. And then they do it again, like in Wayne's World. You would catch the you're reading the paper. You're going to tell us when to leave. Shit like
Strange
that.
Brew does it.
Strange, is it Ferris Bueller? I think is one of the first ones.
He's like, it's over. Go home.
Yeah.
Go home.
But I just had to ask that because to me it's a core memory.
That's part of it.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was watching that trailer right before the movie, and it's got that one of those like wholesome songs of the kid talking about playing the game, and then it ends with a Pizza Hut commercial, which is awesome too because it's Ninja Turtles. If
we ever do Monster Squad, I could do the Monster Squad rap as well. I used to listen to that 100 times. All right, guys, we're gonna end it off there. So, John, what's going on? What do you have going on?
I quit my job, so I'm going to do a lot of recording this week. So I just haven't figured out what I'm going to do.
Okay. So make sure you guys are subbed to actionflix.com. It's also a website, so you can check out the website as well.
I got a couple more interviews that I'm going to post.
Okay.
I got the guys that did that the Collision Force comic book. I interviewed those guys, so that was pretty fun. So I'm going to be putting that out this week.
Cool. Charlie, what do you got on the podcast coming up this week?
Let's see. This week, Ricky O, the story of Ricky, our episode.
Ricky O.
Did you?
Wow.
You watched it.
Did you not see that before?
I thought I had, and I ended up not.
No. I messaged him. I said, I said, I can't wait for you to. I was more pumped up for Charlie to watch that movie than Charlie was pumped up to watch it because that's a discovery on my own.
Yeah,
Sean and I just like, story. What's this about? Brought it home and we're like, what is this insane movie? And I still have that crappy DVD that I got. And I was blown away. So
your rip was beautiful, by the way. Too.
Yes. No. You know what? I didn't get it from I didn't go to the normal library. I was like, no. I need to find. So I borrowed a few from the library and chose the best version I could get you because I wanted you to have the very best quality and with all of the proper, you could sub it or dub, whichever. I'm
It
so,
was,
I'm so
it was awesome. And then
great.
B Action, we just did Equilibrium from 2002.
Yeah.
Christian Bale.
that's
Oh,
good,
wow.
dude. That's good.
Great movie.
That's a
all,
great
dude.
movie.
I
Good
hadn't
movie.
watched it since it came out. Man,
Yeah.
that's a thinking man's action movie. That we decided that during it. And then next week we were finishing out the birthday month for Pete with Pacific Rim. Giant
I like it.
robots
Oh,
and
good fun.
kaiju, man.
I
Love it.
like
Good fun.
it.
Yeah, I
Fun
have fun
movie.
with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's us.
Ross, when's your coming out? We're gonna do once yours all out. We'll do just so you, me, and Sean, not with these other losers. We'll just
Oh,
Hurtful, so
Wow.
hurtful.
I say anybody who wants
Painful.
to.
That hurt.
Cruel he is.
I'm going to read.
Oh,
it.
you got. Did I give that? Oh, you bought my book. Wow,
Yeah. So
wow, that's exciting.
it's just
The
a
first
silly-
few stories are trash. Just keep that in mind.
Okay. How about it? But yeah,
I thought I was clever. The first couple stories are going to be like, J-Man thought he was clever. Newsflash, they weren't. This wasn't clever at all.
Oh, I'm buying that book now because
No, no,
I'm going to keep referencing that all the time.
It's
No,
called
you
Warren
won't.
the Scavenger.
Yeah, more. But once you pass the first, like the first one's okay, and you're going to notice that I borrowed some elements from Flash Gordon's serial. Just borrowed a couple. It's fine. George Lucas borrowed more than I did. I borrowed a few things.
Look,
But-
Ninja Turtles reading your book.
It's a blue skin.
I
Oh, yeah.
have that book already. I have it from.
Yeah, I sent it to you or whatever. I think.
Yeah, I got it at Care Package.
Anyway, to answer your question, after we log off tonight, I'm going to be doing the final touch-ups, and
Nice.
I have to mail it in because it's going to the printer tomorrow.
Okay, awesome. So
Get on it.
Good. We're gonna
I have
do
a
it.
question for the Scott Adkins guys, though. Have you seen Prisoner? Hey, have you seen Prisoner?
No. We can't. No. Yeah, I gotta be like literally 30 seconds.
Okay,
no,
okay.
no Prisoner of War. You can check their links. Owen reviewed it. He loved it. I'm not sure if I saw John's review of
I
it.
loved it.
That's all I need.
Shocker.
To know. That's all
Shocker.
I need to know. That's all I was
It's
gonna ask
it's
about.
on the Friends drive if you want it.
Huh?
Prisoner of War is on the drive if you want it.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's been on there for a while. You should just check every few days like Sean and just take what's there because like
I
I was.
usually do,
what
but
I
I
did.
didn't. It's been a couple of days, so.
All right. Are anything you want to say because this was your idea?
No, well, just one. Well, thanks very much, J-Man, for hosting this, and thanks to Circle of Iron for beaming me in for this fantastic movie that doesn't get enough love. And I hope all of you in Canada support your women's rugby team in the World Cup final this week.
I will definitely support them. If by that I don't have to do anything physically or pay any money, then I will definitely support them.
Us Americans will too. Okay, we'll
Yeah,
just
please.
stand in solidarity.
The government of Canada didn't.
Used to
They had to
watch
crowdfund their way to the tournament. So,
Oh no, they did. Oh,
yep,
Well, oh well. I mean,
Canadian government gave them nothing.
wow.
Wow.
Well, it doesn't give me much either, to be honest.
Bummer.
Fair enough.
It's all tied up with this other crap. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us. Thanks to everybody in chat. Really appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe to all these people here. It was awesome doing this. Turtle Power, great stuff. We will see you tomorrow for Earth's Mightiest Monday. These Avengers issues are badass for tomorrow, so check that out. All right, guys. We'll see you then. Until next.
Hey friends, you've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.